Anyway,
I don't believe it.
hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this game of Icewind Dale. This is the 20th session of the Rime with the Frostmaiden, and we are the Digital Dragons. Joining me here this evening, we have got Elora.
Hi, I am Trips, or Trips Usagi in the chat, and I am playing Elora.
Irilyssa.
Hi, I am Jarard, aka Evil by Moonlight in the chat, and I am playing Irilyssa.
Zagrax.
Hi, I'm Zach, or Warbird7 in the chat. I'm playing Zagrax.
Vulwin.
Hi, I'm Ethan, or Chaos Gemini in chat.
You're
I'm
muted.
playing Vulwin Agargar.
Tahko.
Hello, I'm Tahko Moonchiller,
Or no, oh no, we're having
I'm
an
not.
audio issue again.
Did Discord
and I
go?
am
Hello?
being played by
Hello?
Highwind. Close enough. No, it wasn't muted for me,
Uh-oh.
so you're fine on my end.
Yeah,
I
I
think
heard
it-
everything.
I think it's perhaps Discord itself and not individuals. instances
Or
of
it's
Discord.
chat messing with us. Because I did
Yeah,
say
that's right.
nobody heard that as we went live.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
I couldn't hear any of you if you were talking too, so I don't know what's going on with that.
That's also possible.
Well, it's back. I don't know.
Cool. This could be an interesting night. Hello, everyone. I'm Ethan, or Chaos Gemini in chat, and I'm playing Vulwin Agargar for Bulg Ranger. Hopefully that all made it through.
Oh, no.
That time we heard.
Discord.
Yay!
So yeah, apparently we are having a few problems with Discord at the moment, so bear with us as we work our way through all of that stuff. In the meantime, who wants to give us an update of what happened 2 weeks ago?
I will try. Hopefully my audio doesn't give out.
Go for it.
Yeah, okay. So last time we decided that we're going to head to Dugan's Hole with Danica in tow. So we head out from her cabin thing. Along the way, we meet some giant talking wolves that convinced us to follow them because their master was evil and had kidnapped people, and they had a change of heart. Everyone thought it was sketchy, but we went along anyway. So we find a giant ice fortress, and they convince us to go in there, and we'll find the person, the kidnapper, and we can help the kidnapped people. But what we find instead is a giant mammoth and a giant encased in ice. Tahko tries. Basically, the mammoth can talk, and Tahko decides he wants the giant to be revived. Tahko does a very poor performance of reviving quotation marks the giant, which enrages the mammoth, and we get into a huge fight over that. The winter wolves that had led us here also got into the fight. It was a very difficult battle, but we made it through. Everyone is alive. And at the very end, Tahko discovered that the ice throne in that room can control the weather, and Vulwin did not find that amusing at all. And that's where we ended.
Yeah, we thought it was going to be Arl showing up.
Right?
Also,
Oh, I did.
our survival of that was praise be to Mord's dice rolls.
Right.
Yeah, I.
But if Tahko
Wow.
had died, it would have been deserved.
Hey, that was a very hard, very hard mammoth to
Our
deceive.
truth to swallow.
I think the mammoth did the most damage to you when he was just skidding along the ice when he failed his athletics roll.
No, it did
Yep.
one successful gore on me, I think, that put me nearly down, and his follow-up attack missed, thankfully. That was
That's
the big
right.
one.
Yeah, that's right. I remember now.
The skidding certainly didn't leave me off any better.
All right, so let's go and bring us back to the map as soon as I find where it is. There are a lot of scenes here. Where is it? There you are. Double check
Yep.
that chat can see. Whoop. Okay, so yes, this is the aftermath of the battle. The blizzards outside have grown strong and then seemed to fade away, and then grew strong again, then faded away, and then grew strong again, and then faded away. And for the time being, seemed to be calm once again. I believe that Danica and someone went outside. Danica has mentioned that there were a couple of small human figures in a cage to the right of the entrance as you're leaving.
Yeah, we tried to go out there, and then Tahko was the one that caused us to come back inside.
That's right. I
Sorry for
remember now.
swearing.
That was a great
We'll
moment.
come
I
back in
enjoyed
a
that.
minute.
So, what would you like to do?
Well, now that I'm healed up, I'm going to get off this throne.
You jump down easily enough, and as you do, you notice, looking down, that there is actually a rune. And those of you who can read Giant know that this rune represents ice.
Okay. There's some Discord shenanigans going on.
Okay.
Sorry.
Have I gone robot, or are you sending messages?
Oh no, you're fine. It was going ba-dum, 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 ba-dum.
Yep. That was funny. Because you can't hear anything, and it's just leave, join, leave, join, leave.
Yeah, it's like our video streaming is pristine, but audio
Discord
is.
I
not.
wonder if it's
Pooping
because
itself.
if it's still set to a different server. Let me see if I can reset that, because remember I had to change it last time.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
How did I do that again?
Yeah. For us, it's like it suddenly goes silent. We can see everybody talking, and it's like, oh, like 5 or 10 seconds go by, and then it shows Discord audio bar at like 1, and then issues with routing. So.
I blame Oral.
Yeah.
I do blame Oral.
Definitely.
She
her
knows
fault.
how to prevent us from really stopping this.
Yep.
Here we go. Edit
It is
channel.
with those technical difficulties.
Automatic. How about we all leave the channel, see if that resets anything, and then come back in.
Okay, sounds
Okay.
good.
Okay, we're all back.
All right.
Any better?
All right
Power
then.
down. Power up.
I hope that it seems like it's working.
Yeah, there are no issues on my end because I have all notifications turned off, so there are no sound effects for people joining or leaving. Which is why I can't hear anything, which is why I'm just kind of looking on, bemused.
Peculiar.
Yeah.
Hopefully
I
this
turned
works.
I turned on extra notifications.
You're crazy.
There's nothing
Yeah,
worse
not
than
gonna lie.
notifications pinging through when you're in the middle of a stream.
True.
Yeah, definitely.
Go away! I don't care! Leave me alone!
Seems like it's okay now.
Let's give it a shot while we can.
Yeah.
I switched it back to automatic, so it's no longer on Europe. I suspect that may have been the problem.
Darn that Europe.
Nothing good ever came of that.
Well,
Moving
that's a
swiftly
segue.
on. So, Tahko, you
yeah.
have jumped down from the ice throne. As you did, you noticed that there was actually a rune, which those of you who can read Giant know represents ice.
Awesome.
And as you jump down, it was emblazoned in a clearer blue, and as you jump down, it kind of fades again and just merges in with the background.
Okay.
That's kind of dumb carving ice to an ice throat. And he's going to kind of scuff the ground, and Vulwin's going to, let's go, we got to get those people.
Hey,
And,
you go
it's
get
gonna-
those people. I'm tired.
All right, then I guess it's Zagrax, Danica,
no.
and Vulwin?
Yeah.
I grabbed the dude's leg.
Whoever else wants to come with?
I'll join with.
Lead on.
I'll stay with Elora.
Oh, thanks.
First TPK. No, I'm just kidding.
Everyone goes, Laura will go.
Oh, no.
But if you're
Nope.
listening,
Everyone
So-
goes,
so
but
we
Laura
had
will
a-
stay on the
making me
throne.
sick.
no.
Man, this is a big map.
Yeah, it is. So we walk all the way through this entrance with all of our good friends, and we try to find the entrance as to the south, I believe.
Yeah, it did say as you leave this place, turn right.
Oh, okay. Other right.
Other right, exactly.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, we're here. Maybe. Yeah. Danica.
Yes, this is where I saw them.
All right.
This is huge.
Yeah.
A huge slatted animal cage with a locked gate attached by its rusty hinges stands to the west wall of this chamber. Trapped inside the cage are two shivering humans in cold weather clothing. They look fearfully at you.
Hey, you alive?
Please don't hurt us.
How'd you get in here? Did you get tricked by those wolves?
The wolves caught us when we were in the woods and carried us here. Are they going to eat us now?
They're dead.
Their eating days are behind them.
They're dead. How? They're so big.
So am I.
Yeah. There you are. And you do notice that both of these seem to be probably preteens. They're like 11, 12 years old. So they are quite a lot smaller than Tahko.
Shelter.
Yeah,
They're quite a lot
they
smaller
probably
than pretty much everybody here. I think everybody here's over 6 foot, mid 6 foot.
That's true.
With one exception.
Yeah, Tahko being taller than everybody else.
And the
Well,
one behind gets up and walks over to the cage, puts a hand on it, and then kind of pulls it away a little bit and flexes her fingers, which are covered in mittens at the moment. And looking over at Tahko, says, "Is this your house?"
No. Although it seems to be vacant now. I might move in.
It's very big.
Yeah. Are these bars as big as they look? Like, is there just an opening where they could walk right out?
No. I did wonder that, and I had to read through the description to see if they could have just left at any time. But no, the bars are actually sufficiently close together to constrain them. It doesn't look like it would be very difficult to make enough space, but no, just as they are right now, they could not just leave.
Okay. I mean, if the wolves were outside, I probably wouldn't have left either, but...
True.
Good point.
Where's the door to this thing?
Right where you're standing.
Oh, perfect.
And you
Is
do
there
notice
anyone-
it is a large door, very similar to the ironwork around, and there is a large lock on it as well. It looks a little bit rusty, but yeah, that's there.
Have we seen a large key, perhaps, somewhere?
Roll
We
perception.
don't remember?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll turn to Zagrax and Tahko. I'll be like, I don't suppose you have a key.
Maybe.
You look around. You notice a couple of blood smears on the floor. You notice drag marks, which are fairly clear. You notice that there are a couple of sconces 6-7 feet up on the walls. No sign of a key, though.
I don't see one here.
I'll try opening it, seeing if it's locked.
It is indeed locked, and it is incredibly cold to the touch.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what we can do for you here. Tahko, maybe you could just break this off or something. Is it an inset lock or an outset lock? Is it clamped onto it, or is it something that's built into the frame?
It's like a prison lock.
Okay.
It'd be in the door.
It's in the door, yeah.
Gotta find. Yeah.
So it's basically a metal box, basically, that seems to be welded or something to the side of the cage, and then a bolt goes through there into the metalwork itself.
Yeah.
I'm not the one with a hammer that's the best at smashing here.
Good
Zagrax
point.
could probably do a better job, but still, I'm not sure it's the best thing to do with folks inside. We should at least look for the key elsewhere first.
I agree.
Oh, please don't leave us here. We're ready to come out now.
Yeah, well, we're ready to get you out too. There's some problems. It's still pretty dark in here, and you said there were some sconces. I'm gonna light a torch and I don't know, hand it to them.
Okay.
So they've got something.
I will say that you've got it.
Maybe this will keep you a little warm.
Oh, thank you. And his sister also rushes over and just puts her hands around it. And now that you've got the light there, you can see that the boy, who's obviously the elder of the two, he's probably 12, she's probably about 10, like a couple of his fingers are just black. One of his gloves is missing, and he's pretty heavily frostbitten.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
He'll also reach into his pack and grab a ration apiece and hand them out. I don't know the last time you guys have eaten, but here.
Oh, thank you. They have been giving us food, usually just scraps of meat. They didn't cook it very well. Mummy says you should always cook the meat properly.
I'm surprised they cooked it at all.
They didn't.
They did.
Okay.
Yeah, let's find that key, I guess.
Yeah. Let's hurry up on that.
No, please don't leave us here.
Zagrax, would you be willing to stay?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll stay.
Okay. The rest of us will look for a key. We'll stay and attend to you. Is that okay?
Oh, okay, Mr. Dragon Man. You can stay.
I guess we get back to your friend Zagrax.
Hooray.
All right. I'll go back and check in the ice room.
Yeah, we're gonna walk all the way back there.
And Zagrax, as you're watching the party leave, you just feel a sudden tug on your tail.
And then it's ripped off.
Yeah. It just tug on tail freezes for a second, and then wait a minute, there's kid turn around. I assume it's one of the kids pulling on.
Yeah, it's the little girl just kind of has it in her hand. She's just yanked it a little bit. She's looking up at you.
Do the whole lift it up and see if pick her up if she's holding on to it kind of thing, and that whatnot for a bit, and then yeah,
you have a proper little game going on, turning your tail into a pendulum almost, with this girl just clinging on top onto it. Okay, so what are the rest of you doing?
So we're
Back.
there prisoners?
Yeah, two of them. One's gonna lose a couple fingers, but probably gonna be alive.
Yeah.
We need a key. They're locked up. I didn't see the key around in there. Tahko tried looking around, couldn't find anything either. So we're back.
Well,
I don't suppose these wolves carry anything on them, but I'm going to check this large body in the hallway on my way back.
Yeah, keep an eye out for keys.
Okay, so yeah, you just look over the wolf. It's a big wolf. Doesn't seem to be carrying anything. No secret weird pockets with gold pieces in.
All right. I figure with a big enough rope, they could wear it as a necklace. But
True.
I don't suppose either of these two.
No, they all seem similarly garbed. As in, not.
I'm gonna peek in the side of this broken ice sculpture to see if there's any keys that are adorned around this figure in here whose arm is out now. Hanging out.
That's a very good question. Where are you? You're in there. No. Doesn't seem to be. I mean, all you can see mostly. He does seem to be armored. You don't see any obvious weaponry around him. Numerous arrows and things still sticking out of him. Signs of battle, but no keys that you can see.
Cool.
I'm gonna head up here and
there's
just
a
peer
whole
on this
nother-
corner.
You're gonna go up there? Okay.
Oh.
Give me a second. I need to do
Just
a thing.
All head together.
a dining room.
I'm following you.
So, Irilyssa, as you turn the corner, out of the corner of your eye, you notice a very large table, 6 sets of chairs, and 3 sets of those chairs seem to have tails.
I found chairs with tails.
What do you mean?
Come around.
Okay, I'll look.
And as Irilyssa says, I found chairs with tails, like a hand reaches out, pulls one of the tails in, and now Elora, you see 2 chairs with 2 sets of tails sticking out.
In Draconic, I'm gonna say hello.
And next to one of the tails, a head appears. It seems to be draconic, albeit rather smaller than yours. Hello?
In Elvish, I'll say to Elora, fucking kobolds.
They're everywhere.
I'll call back to the rest of the group. There's kobolds.
Kobolds.
All right. Do they have keys? If not, we're gonna check out this direction.
Hello. I don't know if you understand me, but we're looking for a key. Do you have one of those?
Keys. You got a key? I don't got a key. You got a key? I got a quiche. That's not a key, though. No keys. Sorry.
He just happens to have an egg dish on hand.
It just happens to
I like eggs, alright?
Alright then.
Well, okay. Thanks. No, you guys should go check out whatever you're checking out.
Okay.
Is it safe out there? Can we leave?
Well, if you mean is the mammoth dead? Yes.
Yeah, the big guy.
Yeah, they're fully dead.
Like the big fish.
A big fish?
Yeah, very dead. Like him.
Yes.
Cool. Hey guys, it's safe. You sure it's safe? Yeah, I'm sure I'm safe. These guys are saying it's safe. Look, she's a big dragon. Of course she says it's safe. We trust the big dragon, don't we? Alright. And they come out from behind the chairs and start to like slink around the edge of the room, like towards where you guys are. A little bit unsure, but they're moving kind of in this direction.
Wait, why were you in here in the first place?
'Cause it's warm. Yeah, warm. Real warm.
Sounds legit.
Let's give an old insight check on that.
Go for
I was
it.
gonna ask you do it.
These kobolds sound even stranger than the last.
Oh boy, I totally believe this.
Got a one.
These kobolds would never tell a lie.
Not to a dragon.
Exactly. You know this to be true.
Good dragon.
Well, the kobold would never lie to a dragon.
They have great names, from what I can see.
They do, don't they?
Well, where are you going to go from here?
Not here. Somewhere a bit smaller. Don't like this place, too
Smaller.
big.
That makes sense. You are a little small for the chairs.
Yeah. Good for big dragons like you. We're not big dragons, though. Not yet. Oops.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me. Hi. Yep, coming through.
I mean, it looks like they're really just leaving.
Stare at each of them. So just walk along with this one.
Ah,
So where are we going?
I was just gonna go through the door. It's usually what happens.
What's over here?
Over where? Over there? It's a big fish.
Huh?
Did you kill it?
No, bit big for us. Tasty though.
Oh, there's a big fish. Creepy.
And yeah, as you enter that room, let me go to the description. A sour stench of decay fills your nostrils. Lying in the ice-packed ground is the frozen corpse of a whale, crudely butchered. Beside it is a blade in the shape of a paring knife, the size of a longsword.
Oh, that's a big knife. As Elora's like coughing because it smells so bad.
See? Smells real good in there. Tasty.
Uh-huh.
You can take it for saving us. It's our present.
Saving you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna step back. Well,
Well, she'll just follow them out here. So, what are your three's names?
I'm Zilbo. Hey, Snop. I don't know my name. Ah, too late, Snop. And that's Hoagie.
Well, if you three are interested in work, you could head up to Tourmaline. There's lots of gems there.
Oh, shiners.
Yes, quite a few.
Okay.
yes, and I believe they have a working relationship with the kobolds and the humans, so.
There's
Mhm.
more kobolds. They work with humans.
Yes, humans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's warm in the cave. At least warmer.
And they seem to now be just crowding around you, Irilyssa, all memory of the exit forgotten. So, when are you going to take us to Tourmaline?
Oh, we don't have time to take you there. We're busy saving the world.
Well, how are we going to get paid?
Get paid for what?
Doing the shinies.
Oh. Well, I suppose that's a problem you'll have to figure out on your own.
Nah, we're not very good at figuring things. We usually just find a dragon, follow them. Oh, hey, you're a dragon.
You know what? If you go outside and turn right and go into a little cavern, there's another dragon in there.
Roll persuasion.
Far more powerful than me.
Way to pass the buck. Well done.
A 13.
Wonderful.
More powerful dragon. All right.
Mhm.
I mean, we live to obey. We'll go see the other dragon. Good luck.
Oh my gosh.
You too.
Zagrax is making all the friends today.
Hopefully they'll get lost on the way.
Lots of children.
We turn right and just make it to Dugan's Hole, never even finding the other dragon.
Right.
We just get to a city and start screaming about how it's Tourmaline.
I'm just envisioning walking into like an office room, like a council chamber or something, with just people hiding under the desk. Like, oh, sorry.
That's kind of what happened.
That is literally what happened.
They rolled a natural 1 on their stealth check.
Okay.
Hey.
All right then.
Well, you two. No keys, a dining
Oh,
room,
go there.
and a large rotting whale.
Oh,
No.
There's a long sword. There's a giant knife, if anyone's interested.
Well, you can pick it up, drag it to the center. We can take a look at it later.
if it's not magic,
I'm not going back in that room.
warp us to the rotting.
If
rotting
Laura's
whale
still in
cave
there,
or
you can just
something.
tell her to get it.
I don't know where she went. She disappeared.
Oh. She's not here. Probably still in the robe.
Comes around the corner.
Well, grab that knife.
Go grab it.
Yeah.
Make sure the knife or the whale aren't magic first.
How big is that knife? Is it like...
Well, if it's a magic whale, it's dead, Tahko.
Yeah. Well,
Hello? Hi there. Hi. And Zagrax, you hear a shrill voice from behind you.
Oh, sorry, Zagrax.
Zagrax is about to roll initiative.
Yeah, instant whips around, and I have a feeling it might accidentally throw small child off tail. Wait, no,
There's a
hold
sudden-
on. If it's behind me, that means I saw them coming in.
No, you didn't.
Oh boy.
oh, it's
And
your perception.
Just for the
Oh, yeah.
record, you know how they rolled a natural 1 on their stealth check before? Natural 20 on this one.
Oh, it's gonna be one of those days for rolls.
It's gonna be one of those days for the rolls.
Duality
yeah.
of rolls.
Hey, so
Joy.
Silver Dragon. She said you real powerful and you pay her shinies. So,
If you want to keep your head on your shoulders, leave now.
I mean, he kind of pats his head down. Kind of like it. So,
Good.
I'll toss each one of them like a copper piece, and then just definitely give every sense of the thing of get out before I detach your heads from your shoulders.
roll intimidation.
With copper pieces.
Yes, it finally didn't fail me horribly. It's not good, but it didn't fail me horribly.
I kind of like my head, so we'll be out there if you need us. Okay, we're keeping this place safe. That's what we do. Eager to serve. Just gonna go out this way. Hey, Hoagie, hurry up! Just yep. All right.
And it probably that all was probably in Draconic as well.
Yep.
Kobolds.
At least they're fun.
Exactly.
So what are the rest of you doing?
Apparently I'm supposed to take the knife out of this thing. But how tall is this fish?
Yeah, but you also gotta check if they're both magical too. Wow.
It's a
The
big fish.
barbarian-
It's a whale. So,
Oh, I don't even know if Elora's tall enough to do this.
well, it did say that the knife was on the floor. It's not in the fish.
Oh, it's on the floor.
Yeah, so you can try to pick it up, sure.
The barbarians were also dead, but the ring was still magic. Just saying.
I'll look over here.
Well, this time we're far enough away to not get teleported, so
So you
worse.
think.
yeah.
Only Alora will get
Hey, it's an
teleported.
entrance. Okay.
That's what
Well, after
she
exploring
thinks.
this area, she'll pick up the thing. The knife? Paring knife?
All right, roll
Oh, God.
dexterity. No, roll strength.
Strength.
Oh no.
Saving throw?
This is what I was
Sure.
worried about.
Saving throw, sure.
Okay.
8.
Ah!
It's gonna be
8.
difficult.
So you put your hand around the hilt, and you immediately feel an intense touch of cold just rising through your arm. You try to pull away, but your hand is frozen to the hilt of this sword.
Okay. Elora will start screaming. You just hear screams coming.
Damn it! I knew it was going to be magic. I'll start.
What are you talking about? The kobolds come back.
Can't let go.
Laura's
No,
screaming.
We'll run over.
Like, oh.
And the first one to arrive are 3 small draconic
What are you
figures.
doing
Hey,
here?
Chief, you okay? You probably shouldn't touch that. Hey, it's like, hey, Augie, come over here. Give me a hand here.
Hey, look, I can't let go or something. It's too cold.
Yeah, you touch metal, you stupid. Frozen.
I have clothes on.
Yeah.
Hey, have you
all
got
right, so
some-
you've got a blade. What's up?
I can't let go. It's too cold.
And you guys arrive to Elora with her hand on a sword, screaming her head off with 3 kobolds kind of huddled around her.
Yeah.
She's just like in shock more than anything.
Hey, Irilyssa, please tell me these are trustworthy. I don't want to have to kill anybody else here.
A kobold would never lie to a dragon.
I'm just going to ignore them and hold up my lantern so she can try and warm her hands at the sword around the lantern.
Okay, so it turns out that there are a couple of little studs, and one of the studs has kind of gotten through the woolen glove that Elora was wearing and had just frozen solid to her flesh, but the act of like pulling away was really painful. But with the heat applied, you quickly get it to the stage where it's no longer just freezing to flesh solidly. I don't know how any of this stuff works. I've never actually seen someone frozen to metal, but I know it happens.
Yeah, it does.
And you're able to release pretty quickly, though it does seem that the sword itself is frozen solid into the ground.
Okay. Yeah, she just lets go and says, I'm never doing anything anyone suggests ever again unless I really, really want to do it. Hate that.
Did it just get stuck to your hands? You just, like warm them up before you, grab it.
I have gloves on. I thought it'd be okay.
It's just cold. It's not magic or anything.
It's just really cold and it hurt. It hurt at the palm of my hand. And it wouldn't come off. I panicked. I'm sorry. And now there's these kobolds surrounding me.
Oh, hey, yeah. So
Mord. Go ahead.
the big guy, he threatened to pull my head off. I think you're probably better to deal with.
Me?
No, the other dragon. No offense,
Irilyssa.
but you're not draconic enough for us.
No,
Happy to work for you, though, if you're willing to pay.
No, that's fine.
So, about the shinies.
Mm-hmm.
Where is this, Torrentine, Tangerine, Trombone, whatever you call it,
You're getting close. Keep trying.
Quarantine.
A little bit further away.
Too close. Too close. Too close.
Too real. Your life interrupting your D&D. Ah!
Oh man.
So,
We'll take you there after we're done here.
okay. Hey guys, she's gonna take us. Oh, sweet. Okay, where do you want us to wait? Well, I mean, we can help you. Not gonna do things for nothing, you know.
Why don't you just stand here?
All right. You know what? Snorp, he's real good at standing.
I gather that all of you are very good at standing.
Well, I don't know about Holgi. Gets a bit fidgety from time to time. Hey, Holgi, stop fidgeting. And Holgi, who was not fidgeting at all, just kind of stares back at him.
I'm gonna pick up this knife.
Roll strength check.
Alright. I'm decent at that.
Oh my god. It's a 5.
Normally.
Shouldn't have said that. Should not have said that. Shouldn't have said that.
This is
You're
how a
able
party
to put
dies.
your hand around the sword and you kind of give it a yank, but it seems to be frozen solid to the ground. You're able to remove your hand quite safely and quite easily.
Okay. Just cut it off. Yeah.
Well, whatever.
Okay. Nope, it's pretty firmly stuck.
Well,
How'd it get stuck to your hand?
well, she'll show you that there's like a hole in her glove now. Like it must have gotten through the glove. Somehow.
Well, no loss. It's frozen to the ground, and Tahko can't seem to do a thing about it, so I don't think any of us could.
I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
Ooh. Anything in here, Magic?
There is, in this room, nothing magical, except for the stuff that you've seen before.
Okay.
So, like, Yeah.
This sword, is it nice? Is it decorative? Does it sell for a lot, or is it just a sword and it's stuck to the ground?
Seems to
It's
just
a
be
giant paring knife.
a massively
right?
oversized knife.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a whale chopper.
Anything on the other side of the giant fish?
Oh.
No, I went over there.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, honestly, it's Vulwin's kind of just like, appraising this giant fish. He's probably heard tales of whales. Maybe he's seen one, maybe he's not. But
Roll
it's
nature.
kind of
right
crazy
there.
just to see one here this far from water.
Roll
Of course you
nature.
have. It's right there. There's a whale tail right there.
Yeah. Mord, what'd you say?
Roll nature. Vulwin.
Sure.
Let's just see if
Fantastic.
you know
Let's
what a
see.
whale is. If you like, yeah, I mean, you've
13.
probably never actually caught one, particularly in the lakes that you
Probably
usually.
not.
In fact, certainly not in the lakes that you usually work on. But whales in Icewind are not exactly uncommon. You've certainly seen their bones transported around, and some other things. And like whale blubber is fairly commonly eaten.
Yeah. I've never seen one of these whole or this far away from water.
I'm surprised it's rotten, given how frozen it is.
I'm surprised it even got here. I don't think that Babbitt caught it.
Well, unless it's filled with prizes, I don't really much care about it. So I'm going to go check the other side for the key.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Looks like it was a bedroom, actually. It's a place to sleep.
Meanwhile, in the caged room, hey, Mister. Mister.
Perfect. Those kids are gonna eat
Yeah.
Zagrax.
Excuse me.
Yeah, what?
How many dragons are with you?
None.
But we just saw that there were 3 of them in here.
Yeah, they're not with us.
I
So
thought you were Irilyssa.
Not a dragon, apparently.
Yeah.
There's another one like me. And those little ones were not with us.
are they like dragon kids? Can we play with them?
No.
But
There's
Oh, no.
Zagrax was definitely like trying to like, are they actually dragon kids? Like trying to think of the right answer for that. Just can we play with them? No. Nope.
but they look fun.
Oh yeah, they're loads of fun until they decide to stab you in the back and steal all your stuff.
You let them have knives?
Nobody lets them have knives.
Oh,
They
so
just
they're-
tend to find them.
Oh, so they're naughty.
Oh yeah, yep.
Can we have a knife?
Very naughty.
No.
At
Yep.
this point, Zagrax is just like slowly getting more and more tense. Like, come on, people, find a key. Come on.
Meanwhile,
The children and the kobolds have a lot more in common than I would otherwise think.
Oh yeah. Yep.
the only furniture in this cavernous chamber is a big fur bedroll. The fur is matted and musty.
Not it for checking the bed.
Vulwin, I think you might be the least one to smell anything. Would you mind?
You're muted, Vulwin.
That's some big sheets. Might as well just grab each side and drag them straight off from the top and throw it on the ground.
Okay. I'll help.
And between you, it's fairly easy. Well, it's not easy, but you're able to just pull the sheets back. It's just a bedroll on the floor. It's not on a bed or anything. And
Looks like a giant burrito.
the furs are clearly like bear pelts stitched together in order to fit the giant form of what you imagine is a giant. The pillow itself seems to just be a big ice cube with, again, a thing of fur just stuck around the edge of it.
Just an ice cube pillow.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting choice.
Yeah, and put some fur around it. It's good enough.
Oh yeah. Nice and soft.
Body heat might melt just a small hole for your head.
As we pull this thing over, do we hear any clanging of anything hitting the ground?
Roll investigation.
Oh, fantastic. That's a skill.
I didn't find it.
Got a 10.
Okay, so Tahko, you find absolutely nothing. And in fact, you start scratching at your arm. It seems that the bedroll must have had some fleas or something in it. And they're making a bit of a meal of your wrist at the moment. Vulwin, you find nothing. It seems to just be a massive oversized bedroll.
Yep. Just a bed.
Gross. Bed filled with fleas.
Probably.
Nice fleas, I guess.
And those of
No
you,
one kind of looks around like, is there? It's just like,
for those of you who can see, there is another chamber beyond, and it does seem to have some barrels and things up
Yeah.
against the wall.
yes.
And
No.
Irilyssa, as you approach, you notice that there is a large hole in the ground that seems to come out at a certain angle. Roll me investigation as well, Irilyssa.
Sorry, I was waiting for the
Oh,
dexterity roll. Be like,
Whee!
walk
Bad guy!
forward and flip in. Yeah.
Oh no.
12.
Okay, so at first glance, it does look like the hole. It doesn't seem like it's been dug. It seems like it's been melted.
Oh,
This is probably a bathroom.
this is weird. And
Yeah. There was one of these like at the other caves. Might be just a refuse chamber.
maybe, but it looks like it was melted, not dug.
Well, different times, different measures.
Maybe it was melted from big steamy giant craps.
Oh, and just like looks at you like. I really don't think. I don't think so.
I mean, he would be the first and foremost expert on giant crabs, considering that he is
I mean,
a giant.
yeah, unless
But
you.
hey, I'm not there to say that, so here we go.
Yeah. I would say unless you're dropping torches on it, I don't think it's gonna happen.
It's not a bad idea.
We could drop a torch down there and see.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll check what's in one of these barrels.
Okay. It's actually fairly easy to open. It doesn't seem like the barrel lids are particularly well attached. And roll a intelligence check.
Intelligence check. Ooh, nice.
So, you've not had particular dealings with this stuff before, but this seems to be some kind of unrefined whale oil.
Ah. Okay. It's a whale.
And from your time in the
Another
10
what?
towns, you do know that this stuff can sell for a fair bit.
Okay, I think this is the part of the whale that sells well, for whatever reason. It certainly doesn't smell like it should, but
Well.
here it is.
It sustains life around here, so that's not a surprise.
Hmm.
what?
Oh yeah, I suppose
ambergris?
people burn it.
Yeah.
And Tahko, as you walk across that area right there, you feel the ground starting to sag a little bit under where your feet are.
Hmm. Okay, I'm going to step away from the hole.
Roll dexterity save.
Oh, of course.
There's your dex save.
Oh, thank you. 15.
And as you step what you hope is away, you actually realise you're stepping further over where the weakened ground is. And the ground below where you're standing right now just gives way, and you suddenly drop about 30 feet and take...
This is normal for Tahko, though.
It's like this. It sustains life, and he kind of turns around. He's just gone.
Yeah. You take 5 points of bludgeoning and are now prone in the bottom of this tunnel. Except it's not a tunnel anymore, it's a trench.
Oh no!
You okay?
No!
And from where you're now lying, Tahko, you can see that there's light at the other end. It seems to just be a tunnel that's been dug under the walls, and you've just kind of caved in the top of where this tunnel was.
It's not a poo chamber. Thank goodness. It's not a poo chamber.
Tahko, are you okay?
Yay! Yes, I'm hurt.
Yeah.
And fine.
The rest of you just hear this, like, happy laughter from Tahko where he's lying right now.
I look at you
I'm
looking
clean.
like, are you sure he hasn't hit his head?
I'm perfectly clean, which is more than I expected.
I imagine the first thing that we would have heard is, "It's not poo!"
Yeah.
Right? What's going
I-
on
I-
here?
Do I
I
hear any
hate,
of
I hate
that?
to tell you, Tahko. You're
With your perception, no.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, I don't know about perfectly clean. We just a bunch of blood in that fight, but good.
All right.
Do you have a way out?
Yeah, I think I see a light down the way, so I'm going to follow the tunnel.
Oh, he might hit his head. He might actually be dying right now.
Tahko, don't go into the light.
I mean, it's not really light, considering it's dim outside as well. That's why I was very careful. Like, you can see outside, not that you can see the light of the outside.
He falls. He starts laughing. He's like, "I'm gonna go into the light now, everyone."
Bye-bye!
Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.
As you stand up, Tahko, you do notice that where you fell, you seem to be caked in some kind of white liquid.
Oh, no, I'm not clean. Okay. No open flames around me, please. I'll put my lantern out,
Okay.
Uh-huh.
and I'll keep walking in that direction towards the gloom.
Well, it
Okay.
doesn't look like there's any keys around.
Yeah,
Your
I'm not
feet
seeing it either.
squelch a little bit as you walk through some more of this white stuff, which is clearly not snow. Well, there is now snow in there as well, but there is something. You're walking through something else, and eventually, after probably about 30 feet, you come up the other slope, and you are now on the southern side of the
Fortress.
lodge.
The
Okay.
lodge.
I'll as I exit, find the wall fairly quickly, and then I'll just start following the wall back to where I came from. I think I'll take a little while to roll around in the snow, though, to get off whatever this white stuff is.
Okay.
Well, I guess the rest of us will just have to go back to Zagrax.
Yeah,
before you
I
do that,
definitely-
Tahko, roll nature.
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 Blue. 15. I'm rolling all 15s.
Okay, so there is something about this white stuff that kind of triggers a memory, and you've heard some stories of a creature called a Remoraz, and these are sometimes known to secrete a white liquid that can be distilled into potions and is highly sought after for alchemy.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we should probably see if there's any other place in here, but there's no key
don't
that we have to
think
just
there is.
force the prison open.
Yeah.
Got anything that might melt the bars, or pry them, or
A lantern.
We've got Zagrax's
Hey,
hammer. It seems pretty good at
that.
bursting holes into buildings.
yeah. It's we thought about that too. He wanted us to go find a key. He wasn't too keen on it, but I think it's a good idea.
I don't think that there's a key around here.
Yeah, I don't see one either. Well, we'll have to tell him the bad news.
How long has it been since they've left, you think?
It's probably going on for about half an hour at this point.
Okay, at this point, Zagrax is totally going to tell the kids to back up and start beating the cage with a hammer. Like, they've They can't find a key. It's been way too long. We're opening
Yeah.
this freaking cage.
Yeah, we'll be coming in at the same time, and we were thinking you're attacking the children, just like.
No, Zagrax!
No.
All we hear is, "I've waited long enough." All right, we didn't find anything.
No.
We lost
No
Tahko.
key.
Yeah, I think probably the timing of that is definitely right as I'm swinging the hammer for the first time, trying to break
Yeah,
the door.
we hear it.
Roll
Claw.
attack.
We just hear it as we're walking. The dong.
Roll damage.
I would like to point out that I did tell the kids to get the farthest away in the cage that they could from point of impact.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
okay.
need to tell them to get back.
Yeah, the shards of metal will miss them for sure.
And it's
No, the shards will
unfortunately,
get in
the
their eyes.
one-handed was better, but it's definitely two-handed.
Yeah, so with your two-handed swing, you hit into the... I guess you're aiming for like the lock or something.
Yeah, probably.
So you impact the lock, and then there's a poof as the lock just shatters, fragments flying in all directions, and the door, with the force of the impact, just kind of swings open.
And that's how you open the door.
Well, that was pretty easy. Why were we looking for a key then?
Zagrax didn't want to open the door.
Oh,
Guess you changed
I
your mind.
didn't expect it would take a half an hour for you guys to not find a key.
It's
Well,
a
Tahko
fortress
fell down
made-
a poop hole, so...
Yeah,
He did
mean-
what now?
yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know.
we lost him.
Oh, that's fun.
Kind of hope he shows up. I guess.
And meanwhile, hey,
Fine.
Chief, you lost there. We heard a bit of a noise and came down here to see what's going on. Pass to you, Tahko.
Okay, that's who's right in front of me.
Yeah.
In the dark.
Hey, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa, whoa!
Jeez.
Starting here.
Oh, yeah. I got a bit lost.
What are you, blind?
Sure, lead the way.
Oh, yep, sure. I mean, if you're going to be paying us in tomatoes, then we'll definitely lead you the way. And he kind of scampers off a couple of feet. Oops.
It's a tomato.
Hey, come on, keep up. And he just basically, you don't so much follow him as follow his voice as he just rambles on and on
Okay,
about
good.
stuff. And I'll just move you back to where the party are.
Okay, all right.
Right.
Where'd you go?
I don't know. You had me.
Where did you go? I had you and then I didn't.
see
Over
the
the
Light around
rainbow.
here somewhere. Let's see.
What the hell?
Everybody
in
moved
the
their
wall.
token aside to see if Taco's hiding there.
Did you drop me on a wall?
No. I'd be able to see you if I did. Well, we'll just create another copy of you. It's fine.
I see.
Goodbye,
I see
Tahko.
light from here to here,
I can see light, but I'm stuck somewhere.
so I can see.
Oh, you're on a
my
wall.
compatriots. Am I on a wall?
I don't know.
I don't
You're
know.
just making arrows from like the darkness.
Yeah, well, that's
Oh, Tahko. Where are you?
Okay.
Well,
Oh,
Have
there I
another
am. Okay. Very strange.
you were gone. Oh, hello,
So, yeah,
Tahko.
This is where we the scary one and the cool one. They're just over here.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go, Chief.
Thanks.
The door's open, Taco. Zagrax got bored. It did what we expected him to do to begin with.
Can we put those three in there? Oh, it's broken open. I'm covered in some kind of white goo that I think is from Remoraz, which is a creature that can produce its own heat and is incredibly dangerous. If there's one in the area, that's a problem.
Place
However,
just keeps on giving.
the goo is
What is-
quite valuable. It's an alchemical material.
Yeah, we're great at finding problems today. Maybe we don't.
I hope we're not one of those problems. Like, we're not trying to be.
Yet to be seen. Let
Okay,
him here at least, so that's good.
that's fair.
All right. What are your names?
I'm
She's talking to the kids.
Celia. And he's Finn.
Okay, Celia, Finn. I'm Irilyssa.
Hi,
Gonna check you
Irilyssa.
guys over. Hello. I'm just gonna check you guys over. Is that okay?
Yeah, I think I'm okay. But Finn's his hand's looking a bit icky.
Oh.
And
Okay.
that's why I nod to Irilyssa about what I said earlier. Like,
Is there anything that I can do for his hand?
Roll medicine.
A 9.
That's a no.
You imagine the
off.
best thing for Finn right now is probably amputation before the necrosis sets in too deeply and poisons the blood.
Okay. In Draconic. Nope. In Dwarven, she's going to say to Tahko and Vulwin, his hand has to be amputated.
Vulwin nods.
I shrug. I don't know if that would.
Yeah, I'll just say expected. Back in Dwarven.
Oh, really? Elora will say in Dwarven.
She'll just look at you like,
Drugs.
Wow.
I grew up in a mining town.
And Zagrax
Yeah,
is just
well-
totally like looking at everybody like, okay, they're having a conversation. What's
Yeah.
what's coming? What's this conversation?
Vulwin
about?
just kind of like actually
I'll
chuckles a
match your
little.
glance. Like,
I imagine Zagrax is just nodding like he understands.
Mhm,
Hey, Chief.
mhm.
Hey, Chief. I think they're talking about you. The kobold seems to have appeared at your side again, Zagrax.
Yeah. Why?
oh, you're their chief now, I see.
That he just like appears next to, like totally out of the blue. Totally
Like the rest
jumps.
of you saw it, the kobold's making no real effort of concealing himself and just walks over. But to Zagrax, it's just like a
He just appeared and just jumps. Yep. Like nodding along, like yes, and it just jumps.
How do you do that?
do what? I walked over here. I was by the door over there. I was just, they're talking languages, and some of them are nodding, and some of them are answering, and just kind of looking at the ceiling.
Kid, where are you from?
Yeah, you said you were picked up at the woods. Only what I know around here is good mead.
Mummy and Daddy are from Dugan's Hall. Dugan. It's
The
Dugan's
metropolis.
Dugan's Hall, Celia.
Hey, you're doing your best.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think there's a forest north of Dugan's Hole, east of here.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're in it, actually.
You're
mean,
on the outskirts of it.
Yeah, the good mead forest.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just says that to Tahko, be like, yeah, that's the forest.
Irilyssa is going to put a tourniquet at Finn's elbow and tell him, this will stop the ickiness from spreading to the rest of your body.
Okay. It's a nice color,
Hopefully.
I guess.
In Dwarven phones, you're not gonna tell him any more than that.
Do you want to tell a 10-year-old that he have to cut off his hand?
Well, imagine how he feels after you do it.
Cha-cha-cha!
Oh.
Your hand's gone now.
She'll crouch down by him and be like, okay.
Hey, Johnny. You like hooks?
I kind of like the idea of presto hando and it's just gone.
How do you
No. No. Hey.
I don't even know what to do.
Isn't it great being the doctor?
No! She's not even a doctor.
Kinda. You are a cleric.
So's Tahko.
Yep.
I know. You guys are both doctors.
Yeah, he's more likely to complete the necrosis.
If you're healthy and you know it, clap your hands.
What's the sound of one hand clapping?
Necrosis.
The other thing is, it doesn't have to be done here, possibly. Dugan's probably not that far.
Well,
Probably.
yeah. I wasn't
Is it
gonna
that
do
bad?
it here.
Oh, I thought you were like leaning forward, be like, "Show me your hand."
Just fight it.
Just bang it against the metal and shatter it.
It's not Snowpiercer.
Oh my god.
Honestly, that's what was in my mind.
Yup.
Okay, we're gonna take you two back to Dugan's Hole. Okay?
Where we're headed
Okay.
anyway.
Hey Finn, we're going home now. And with that, Celia just gingerly steps past the broken shards of the door and comes out, and then a moment later Finn does, holding his arm. It's kind of tight.
Yes, it has to be.
It really hurts.
Mord, you're evil.
No. That's just weather. That's nature.
We should maybe go back to a civilization before we perform surgery, she will say in Dwarven to Irilyssa.
I don't want to perform surgery at all. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, kids, we gotta get a move on. We can't stick around here.
Okay, come on, Finn. I'll lead you. And she takes him by the other hand and starts like leading him out of the room.
Okay. Yeah, I guess.
Up to Vulwin, I'm gonna say a giant. I think that hand's probably gonna have to go.
He looks at you like, yeah. He just says that in common. He's just,
Yeah.
yeah.
In Dracon.
Like, wait, what are we talking about?
I don't know.
Namesh just looks at
so
him like,
confused right now.
And I'll be like, well, at least it's only that. Let's go.
Okay.
Still have his life. Figure out something to do.
Yep.
I'll
Okay.
walk around the kobolds and head out.
Yeah, I mean, they just get out of your way. So, what are you doing from here?
Doing from
We
here.
still have time. I know it's night. We're still heading to Dugan's Hole, I think. So,
I'm gonna go ahead and relight that lantern.
Okay.
yeah.
Rub it up
I'm
on
gonna have to do the
whatever that
same.
light goo is.
Irylyssa's sight beyond sight isn't going to last much longer.
No. Honestly, it's probably run out.
It
Yeah,
would be running
probably.
around
It's what-
right about now.
Phew.
Hey, Tahko, you said something about. Did you say anything out loud about that you're putting away your flame and stuff? Because otherwise, I'm just going to light the lantern.
No, like I said, I've rubbed that goo that was on me off in the snow. I'm lighting my own lantern too.
Fantastic. All right, I light mine too, and we can head the continuation of the journey to Dugan's Hole.
Okay, so you're just heading out, so I'm not going to bother updating your lighting rules.
Thank
Fair
you.
enough.
I'm gonna stick next to the kids and keep an eye on the kobolds with my amazing perception skills that they can walk right up to me and sneak up and I see nothing. so I'm perfect for this job.
Are they just like following you like a little orbit around you?
Considering that told them that if they wanted to keep their heads on their shoulders, the fact that they're near me at all is kind of impressive.
I mean, it was only that one that came up to you when they were all talking about everyone and you were oblivious, and then you kind of scooted away again. So they tend to be a lot closer to Irilyssa than to you.
Yeah, okay. Every time I see them, which is probably less than I should, it's definitely the give them the glare of what you doing. So, like, 1 out of every 5 times they get close enough for me to see them.
So I'm wondering if this is actually a decent point to take a break. This seems like a natural stopping point, and then we can go and do the travel after this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Sounds
how long do you need?
like 4 minutes maybe at most.
Round it to 5 and call it good.
All right, so 17 minutes past the hour. Let's make it 18 minutes past the hour. You said 5 minutes.
Right.
We'll say 20
We'll
past.
be back.
Let's just keep it simple. So 20 past, we will resume.
Okay.
So chat, if you need to take a break, if you need to go and stretch your legs or grab a drink or whatever it is you got to do, then go for it. And we'll be back in 7 minutes, 12 seconds.
How precise.
Let's bring in audio again. Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
Yeah, I haven't
Hi.
had that the whole time.
And then switch back over as well. Here we go. So, you guys are just outside of the Ice Lodge, and you believe that Dugan's Hole is somewhere to your southeast?
Good belief.
And I'm going to say it's
Yeah.
probably... I really wish I could remember what time I said it was last time. It's 2 hours later
Well-
than that.
Yeah, I'd
Question
say it's
mark
definitely
plus 2.
getting. Yeah, it's getting later into the night now. Definitely.
Because
I-
I left
if-
Bryn Shander about mid-morning, went to Danica's, sat there for a bit, and then left Danica's to keep going, and then it was this.
Well, actually, we could probably work it out. So mid-morning to Danica's, that's 7 hours, which I think you did in 6.5.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did
so we had
after.
a decent
Yeah.
roll. Yeah.
Then it was another 2 hours there, so that's 8 hours. So it's probably about 4 in the afternoon. And then you estimate it's probably another 4 hours or so. So you'll... no, it's not 4 in the afternoon. It's 6 in the evening now.
All right.
Yeah.
Could be
Okay.
later, so that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
we were
if it
planning on still pushing through.
If it gets dark, I'm sure we'll see the lights of the big city off on the horizon.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Unless, of course, they're built into the earth. You know, Dugan's Hole at all.
Oh, yeah,
Underground
that's true.
metropolis. Never seen one.
We'll see.
You know, being this close to good mead, they probably have some good drink too.
True.
Maybe.
Ray.
I'll hope.
So you leave the Ice Lodge, once again treading through to Dugan's Hole, though you are now rather slowed because neither of the two kids nor the kobolds have snowshoes.
No, we're not waiting up for the kobolds. But
Hey, guys! Wait for us! The kobolds actually seem to manage okay, like they can kind of skim across the top of the surface, but the kids are struggling.
Tahko could just carry him.
yeah, pick them up.
That's true.
Yeah.
The kids, not the kobolds.
You could actually probably carry all of them, but
Could.
not
Tahko
going
could
to.
honestly carry all of us. So
Also, Tahko, true.
And 500 rations on top of that.
yeah.
I'm just waiting for you guys to like build a platform on top of Tahko and then just use
Yeah,
that
we'll
as
just ride Tahko.
transport.
Yeah.
Mush!
Perfect.
We'd probably get advantages crowding out like that high up.
Yeah, high
Just have
ground.
my own. I'll just have an archer tower of you guys above me.
I'll pick the little girl up and put her on my shoulders.
Yay!
Tell her just hold on to my horns.
She holds onto your horns, and then a couple of minutes later, she starts twisting like she's trying to control you.
She just kind of ignores it.
Okay, so you go on to Dugan's Hole. After maybe half an hour or so, you do notice that Finn, the boy, is really starting to struggle.
Hey, somebody should carry him.
Okay.
Oh, I assumed that someone else was going to pick him up.
Yeah, I thought I was, but I'll do that.
Okay, so you pick Finn up, and as you do, Tahko, you realize that he is shivering like crazy.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I'll get out my blanket and bundle him up against me
Okay.
to warm him up.
So with that done, he's not wet or anything. He was just absolutely frozen, sitting in a ice cell for who knows how long. But yeah, you bundle him up, you put some blankets on, and he does seem to warm up pretty quickly. And eventually, you kind of just feel that he's just fallen asleep, and you're just kind of carrying this weight along with you. Can I get your scoot to give me a scooting roll? That would be perception, and your navigator to give me survival.
Yes.
Yeah.
13 for survival.
7 per perception.
And together we have a 20. Look at that.
Nice.
Yeah, we did it.
Okay,
Here,
so
Alyssa, high five.
you continue on for another 3 hours or so, and Vulwin, you're starting to think we should be seeing this place soon, like really soon. And as Vulwin is thinking that, Irilyssa, you recognize a couple of large rectangular structures in the distance.
I think I see it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any lights, so maybe it is underground.
Mm.
We traveled for quite a while. It should be around here, right? Somewhere. I don't know. I've never really been here.
You're the navigator.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I've never been here. It's just, relative direction, towards the water. Good means probably off in that direction. And just point in a direction.
Any direction, doesn't matter.
No, towards the forest. if we're south of the forest, that means to the east. It's not to worry about it.
Okay.
About that by now.
Are we getting there?
So,
Yeah.
Irilyssa, these
Probably.
structures, they seem a little strange to you. They are rectangular and tall, like towers.
That doesn't look right about this.
What do you mean?
They're just very tall.
Who's very tall?
The buildings, structures that I can see.
Are they lookouts?
I mean,
It could be.
This place is a metropolis. I guess I'm not surprised.
Okay. Well, lead the way. Let's look at
How many people live in your town? She'll talk to the little girl that's on her head.
In Dugan's Hole, well, there's Mummy, there's Daddy, there's me, there's Finn, there's Auntie, there's Uncle, there's Daddy's sister, there's Mummy's brother's Fred, there's 9.
Wow.
Oh,
So
not how many people you know, how many people altogether.
I don't know if she'll know.
Tahko,
6.
thick.
Yeah. Okay. We're getting a lot here. All right.
So at least 2 handfuls. All right.
Okay, well, let's keep heading towards them. Please, the lookout tower.
And she kind of lifts her hands up. Like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, believing that
11.
11. 11.
And you do notice that she does, in fact, have 6 fingers on one hand.
Oh.
Ah,
That's an ill omen. No.
She's
oh,
making
that's
up for her brother.
oh no.
God. Oh, God.
Oh no.
Well, it's been a fun session, guys. I gotta go.
Yeah. Thinking that those might be watchtowers of some sort. I'll hold the lantern up a bit higher as I travel.
Okay.
Please tell me they don't start moving.
Yeah, that'd be great.
It's the Lighthouse Demon, except there's more of them.
Hey, if they have like moving watchtowers, that's a metropolis.
So as you're getting a little bit closer, you recognize that there are several of these rectangular structures. They're all stationed on the crest of a hill, and there seem to be a good number of them. Now that, like, the rest of you are getting close enough to see them, it's difficult because it's dark, but you can kind of see rising against the silhouette of the sky, particularly because Aurora Borealis is kind of highlighting this. That there do seem to be a number of columns, far too thin to be structures, but tall.
Okay.
Also,
Since we're getting closer, I'll walk up to one of them.
Okay, I mean, you're still probably a good 15-20 minutes away.
yeah. Also,
Oh, wow. They're
were
really
we told something about like I don't know when the Aurora Borealis like looked to the sky or something. I don't remember.
I mean,
Yeah,
one
we
thing which
were-
I've been really bad about emphasizing, and I have been very bad, is like Aurora Borealis is fairly common here. It's most nights. It's brighter, it's more vibrant since the eternal winter has fallen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're so far north, it would be pretty common.
Wasn't that like an omen or something?
The
Help me out,
ladies at the Northern Light. Where was that? What city? That was in Koning.
Yes.
The old lady had an inn called the Northern Light.
But that was just a literal light.
Yeah.
Yeah. I swear there was something else, but
She said something about Northern Lights, but I just don't remember what it was.
okay. Well, we'll see if it comes to any of us. Onward we travel. Tahko is expressing interest in wanting to check one of these things out.
Yeah, when we finally get close to it.
Yeah, so you just continue walking towards them,
Pretty big.
and it does seem... It's difficult to say because it's like on a hill in front of you, so you can't really see the shape. But as you get closer, you can kind of notice that like a second set sits behind the first set, and you eventually go, oh, it's a circle. Right, of course they are, because perspective. So it seems to be a circle of these standing columns.
Okay. Are the columns wooden or stone or what?
As you get really close up to them, you can see that they do tower over you. They are probably about twice, maybe 3 times taller than you, Tahko, and maybe 2 or 3 times wider than you. They are truly giant structures, and then in the center of this circle is another one, probably twice as high and twice as wide. There are a couple of horizontal stones stuck around the side. It's like, imagine Stonehenge. It looks very similar to Stonehenge.
Ah.
Okay.
Hey, kid, does this have anything to do with your home?
Yeah, this is the circle.
The circle?
The circle?
Just double check
I think
the
there's a
name.
name.
Yeah,
it's called the circle.
the stones of Thrun.
Room.
Okay.
Okay. Sounds familiar. I don't know why.
Do you use it for anything?
No, it's just here. Mummy says it's always been here.
Are there any kind of etchings on the stone itself?
Give me an investigation check.
Okay. Blue, 16.
There are, though not in a language you recognize.
It's probably druids. Probably druidic.
And as you're kind of say that, Danica steps forward and like wipes some of the snow off of one of them and like puts her hand over them. It's like, if you give me a moment, I may be able to decipher something about this.
Okay.
All right.
Outside in the middle of the night, all we have is time.
Do you know what language it is?
No, but I might know a way of finding out a little bit more. Yeah, give me a moment. And she kind of waves her hand, and her quill darts out of the holster that she has at her side, and like hovers next to her head, ready, and then dips down into the snow and starts scribing runes in the snow. And she kind of flicks her finger where the quill is writing, just above it. And she's obviously like writing with her finger, like skywriting, and then what she's inscribing is the quill is putting into the snow itself around her. Please step back. I'll need a little space for this.
Yes.
Okay.
And she is going to spend 10 minutes to ritually cast a spell. Her eyes will flash blue for a moment, and she'll then like trace her fingers over the words.
Can you
this
comprehend the language now?
I can. And it's I don't know too much about this language. It's not one I've seen before, though I now understand it perfectly, because of course I do. But the runes are worn. The words are not complete. This has clearly been here for a great deal of time. Here we see some kind of reference to the beast, and she moves over to one of the other columns, like wipes away a little bit more stone, like, and here, bound, and she spends a couple of minutes just like going from column to column trying to work out what exactly they say. Irilyssa, seeing these runes, you recognize, you can read this.
Oh. So I guess we'll start saying out loud what they mean.
And you do much the same as Danica, and actually you two start working together on exactly what this is. And the basic gist of it, and again it's crumbled, there isn't the whole story here, but it seems that these stones bind something, the beast.
I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah, now we know where to leave Tahko.
The beast of Thrun.
Rune.
Although it's hard to say whether it's Thrun's beast or the beast of Thrun, or if Thrun is the name of the beast.
As with all things, confusing. We can spend more time if we want to later on. Well, at least this is close to Dugan's Hole, or so it seems.
Yeah.
This isn't going anywhere.
Mummy's house is just over there, and
Yeah,
Cilia kind of points at this seeming mound of snow, not too far away from where you are.
Okay. Lead the way, kid.
And steering Irilyssa with the horns, she leads Irilyssa to where the house is, and it is just a hovel that's just covered by snow, because of the darkness of the light, and because you guys were so interested in the stones themselves, you just completely missed the fact that there is in fact a town here in the shadow of the hill. But now you kind of recognize, okay, that's a building. That over there is probably a building. There aren't many buildings here, but there are some.
this is not a metropolis, Poland.
We're in a suburb. Okay. These must be like lookouts for the town below.
Well, I've never been here. It's just what I've heard.
Who told you that this was a sprawling city?
I mean, you hear a lot of stories when you travel around and talk to other fishers. I mean, not all of them are going to be true, but I'd
I'm
hoped.
thinking that they were being sarcastic.
Yeah, they might have been. They also might have been wrong. Maybe they thought it was a metropolis.
Right.
And as you get close to the building, Celia jumps down, bounds over to the door, and just
careful.
starts hammering on it. Mom! Mom! And a moment passes. The door opens cautiously. A head pokes out, and then the door is just thrown wide. And this woman just gathers the child up in her arms and just starts sobbing. It's like, you were dead. The speaker said that you were dead. He promised that. How is this possible? Oh, my Celia, you were here, but how? Where's your brother? Is he
And this
here
is
as
where
well?
the giants come out of the dark.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll come stepping up, and then I'll just loom over, and then open up my coat and take the blanket of the child out.
Please,
Open up
please
a
don't
coat
hurt me and my
flasher.
family. And she kind of
Please
pushes
don't.
Celia behind her as you approach.
Yeah. Well,
There you are.
Well, he's still asleep, and there is a problem, though. Your son's hand needs to be amputated. It's extremely frostbitten.
My son? And she kind of stares at this bundle of blankets that Tahko is currently holding.
Yeah, I'll unwrap it a little bit. With the
Okay.
head in there.
And then, yes, you reveal the fact that there is, in fact, a head inside. And she, jumps forward, stops suddenly as, Celia behind is, grabbed around her leg. And then dragging the child forward, she tries to make her way over to where you are, Tahko, and takes the boy in her arms as well. And starts unwrapping him, kisses his head a few times, and, takes a look at the hand. Like, oh my, this looks very, very bad. Where, what, how, who, how, huh?
cold.
Yes,
He lost his glove.
They were.
Please come inside. You brought my children to me. This is the absolute least I could do. And she kind of walks back into the building, not even waiting for you guys. Celia trailing behind, Finn in her arms still.
Does it look like there's actually enough room for the party of giants to actually fit in this house?
Can we even call it a house?
No.
No!
It's like a single room hovel. Doesn't seem to be very sturdy. There are a couple of little pools of snow where the roof has just been leaking and the snow's just plumped in, but there is a fire burning pretty brightly in the center of the building, and smoke is just pouring out of the open door now.
I'll sit this one out.
Yeah, say.
Yeah, just keep the door cracked open a bit. Maybe we could just hear from out here.
Okay.
I'll go in with you.
I'll walk around the side of the building and sit with my back to where the fireplace would be. Residual warmth.
And as you
Just
sit with
open
your
the
back to
window.
the fireplace, you feel a bit of a...
Oh
Be
boy.
careful, Tahko.
All right. No worries.
This is really, but this is not a metropolis. It's not even close.
Yeah. I
Oh,
would
and
agree
sad
with that
about it. Well, yeah. I'll go in with you, Irilyssa, since I'm normal sized, I think. No offense to all of you.
Okay, so you go in. I guess you shut the door after I leave it ajar so some of the smoke can still escape. And it is really hazy in here, very smoky. You kind of wonder what the smoke was doing before the door was shut. And you are met with just this very, very simple hovel. There's a bedroll on one side of the wall. There's the fire pit in the center. There's a couple of like baskets with lids on top of them. There's a couple of things hanging from the ceiling, clearly drying. It looks like meat's drying in the smoke, or being smoked in the smoke, effectively. And the lady puts Finn down next to the fireplace and carefully removes some more of the blankets so that she can see exactly how bad the arm is. And then she looks up at you, tears in her eyes, like, please, what should we do with this? And now that you actually can see her in the light of the fire, her ears are very slightly pointed. She seems to have a very pronounced jaw, and she has a little bit of trouble speaking.
I see.
Oh.
Well, what did you do for Garrett, Irilyssa?
I had more supplies and actual medical things. I have a med kit, but
Well, does anybody in this town know anything about medicine? Yes.
No, we're just fishers and hunters here. If we need medicine, then just fight our way through it.
Oh.
I see. I don't think that's gonna work here.
You think he's gonna die?
if that arm is not removed, he will.
But if you remove his arm,
Or
how's
at
it
least
gonna
the
work?
hand.
Can't take his arm. It'll be useless.
If you don't take at least the black parts off, it'll develop into a worse situation and he'll die.
Can't you just do some of that weird pattern you adventuring folks do? Make him all better. Why do you just leave that for yourselves?
I don't know that.
I really want to chime in now, but I'm outside.
Get my powers from my goddess. She grants me a certain amount of power each day, and I'll do what I can for him right now. If we can wait till morning, I can try something.
Well, if I'm gonna trust anyone, I'll trust the Holy Dragon that brought my boy back.
Oh. That's much too kind. Would I think that a lesser restoration would help this at all?
That's a very good question.
Couldn't hurt.
Let me just go and look up what exactly that does again. Lesser
Because the description is
restoration.
The description is you touch a creature can end either one disease or one condition affecting it.
I would say it definitely can't hurt.
Okay. Alright.
At this point, Zagrax will kind of stick his head in as he was listening outside, because I've got the old lay on hands as well that can cure diseases and such.
Are you popping in there to help?
Yeah.
All right.
It's too much. I'll pop out. Too many
I really
people.
like to think you get up and be like, well, now's my time. You just like dust off the snow and
Yep.
strut over there.
It's more like, oh, that's right, I have this power I can use.
Well, and we're doing things now, and that's what it all figured out to be. So here we go.
There are 2 holy dragons here now? Who are you?
We're the
Now it's
non-
the Holy Dragons. The Holy Dragons would have been a better name now, I'm starting to think.
Right?
I don't even see why we need a name.
We're a mercenary group. Our name is the Dawnbringers.
Well, it's still dark outside, but
We're
maybe you
working
can
on
help.
it.
If you can help him, then please help him. And yeah, I'm going to say that this place can fit like 2 of you in maximum.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Elora will scoot out.
Okay.
Well, try your lay on hands, Zagrax.
Okay, I'll spend 5 lay on hand points to cure a disease.
All right, give me a medicine roll.
Ha Ooh,
Okay.
that's not bad.
So it doesn't cure it outright, but where some of the flesh was looking really bad, you can see that some color has returned to it. So the blackness seems to be receding. It hasn't been removed entirely, and his arm is still at risk, but it's looking a hell of a lot better than it was before. It's just like, instead of like coming down the wrist as it was before, it's now just the fingertips of 4 of his 6 fingers.
I'ma do it again.
Okay.
Because I have another use of it. I assume another medicine.
Yep.
Oh.
Sage.
One of the fingers seems to be wholly recovered. The other 4, though, still have a touch of the blackness to it. You're not sure. You suspect that if you just give it time, it might fix itself.
Oh, I don't know that. I ain't no medicine. That's probably Irilyssa.
That's what your medicine's telling you.
I just do the magic hand.
Well, it's looking better, but I'm out of powers. I've used all that I can for now.
It's okay. We've given him time, at least now. Keep him warm. We can come back in the morning, and hopefully what I can do can fix this.
Okay, so I'm just going to say, Irilyssa, roll a medicine check as well, just for your ministrations over the evening.
Okay. 13.
Okay, noted. So Irilyssa gets busy with like mixing up a salve from various herbs and things that she was carrying around, and begins to apply it as a poultice to...
I do have a healer's kit, so...
You use some of the stuff from the healer's kit, like the bandages, and
Oh,
use the bandages to contain the poultice that you just mixed together.
Did you say 6 fingers, by the way?
I did.
They all have 6 fingers. Is it only on one hand, or is it both hands?
One hand.
I assume it's a natural finger.
Seems to be
Not like
fully usable.
Is the
Watching
family's
too
last
much.
name? Is their family name Elevenses?
Oh my god.
Is the family name Montoya?
Does the mother have 6 fingers?
Oh wait, no, the blade wasn't made for the Montoyas, was it? It was made for the guy, and then he killed Montoya, who was
Yeah,
the swordsmith. So it's the other guy. I forgot his name, though.
Yeah. No one ever says his several times.
No.
Does the mother have 6 fingers on the same hand?
Roll perception.
Ha ha! Nice.
She was 8.
You're pretty sure that she has 6 fingers over the 2 hands. No, wait, maybe 7. No, that looks like a stump. That probably is 3. Hard to say.
Perfect.
However many she needs at the time.
You do notice
She's
that
got
she has
fingers.
she does have one stump on her hand, so she's missing at least her finger. That's all you notice, though.
Perfect. I say nothing. I'm just noticing.
What is
somewhat
your name?
Oh, sorry. My name is Hilda.
Hilda. I'm Irilyssa. This is Zagrax. The one with the bright green hair is Elora. The fuzzy one is Vulwin. And the giant guy is Tahko.
Fuzzy one?
Oh, you haven't seen him yet. He's outside. Vulwin! Stick your head in.
What? Why?
This is Vulwin.
And he'll just like kind of open the door a bit. I don't think I can help you in there. I think you've got this on your own.
Yes, I was just introducing her to everyone. This is Hilda.
Hi.
I know that.
Hello, Hilda.
Just this voice from outside.
Practically shakes the house down.
I thank you all for bringing my children back to me. Most of the people here, they told me they were already dead.
Oh, they were lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, wolves almost got him.
Wolves?
Winter wolves.
Yeah, the kind that ate children or anything. They betray you. Never trust them.
But they didn't eat the children. They imprisoned them for some reason. But they're safe now.
They also led us to them.
They're confusing.
No, they tried to lead us to our own death. Don't get it wrong.
Oh, I'm
And he's going to
completely
slink
sorry.
back away from the doorway.
Also, there's another person with us. Her name is Danica. I don't know where she's got to.
Quite honestly, Danica's probably still up in the stone circle.
Yeah, we'll go get her.
I
Just
assume
leave her
it's
there.
not like very far away.
No, it's just
No, we're
outside of the town.
Okay.
We're just
Like-
like standing there or sitting there looking at her from like the outside the house. Like, oh, she's like going at it out there, huh?
Everybody goes. Everybody inside sticks their head out and looks.
I mean, it basically is that. So at the crest of the hill that Dugan's Hole is kind of built around is the stone circle, and
Okay.
then the houses are just a little bit lower down.
Okay.
Did you by any chance happen to have a problem with some sort of giantkin?
I mean, we've had problems when they come down from the mountains, of course, but not in the
Not one
last.
specifically that has wolves as command.
Not in the last year or so. I mean,
Interesting.
we have wolf attacks all the
Yeah.
time. We're an isolated community, mostly hunters. There aren't many people around here.
Hmm.
Indeed. Gotcha.
You know, those critters, they get kind of hungry.
That they do.
I just thank you so much for bringing these two back. With their father dead, I really didn't know what I was going to do.
Oh,
We're glad we could be of assistance, and we always try to help out where we
Oh.
can.
And she kind of rises quickly, pauses for a second, looks down at her son, and then shakes her head, dashes off to the bedroll that was there, and then starts scrambling at something underneath the bedroll. Like you kind of see bits of dirt being thrown up as she digs into something, and then eventually she pulls out a little pouch of something and offers it to you. These were my husband's. They helped him when he was hunting. That's all I have to give. I'm sorry.
What is it?
You look inside, and it is a pair of boots.
Oh. Wow.
Well,
They're probably fancy boots.
They are
Yeah.
pretty nice, like, considering how obviously destitute Hilda and the kids are. Like, these are a nice pair of boots. They got, like, fur trim, they got some little etching around them, obviously leather, seem to be quite pliable. They look comfortable.
Irilyssa will pull out her little pouch and be like, a trade. She'll give her 5 gold.
You've given so much.
oh no.
She just breaks down.
Oh,
And she'll just
save.
hug her and be like, don't cry. It's okay.
She cries harder.
It's a hard world out there.
Let it all out. It's alright. Pat pat. Moon Mom is watching. She'll start proselytizing about Saloon.
Roll religion.
It's not a Jarard character if they don't proselytize
True.
about the moon.
Yeah.
Religion. A 17.
17.
Okay.
Doth have converted one. Before I touch the boots at all, I'm going to use detect magic. By the way,
They are. That's a good question. What are they?
Out of character. Those are my boots. I bought them.
Yeah.
I was gonna give them back, but then you did
Right.
trade, and so I was like, okay, maybe not.
They glow brightly with magic. You imagine it to be of a abjuration enchantment.
Ooh.
Cool. I don't know what any of that means. Neither Zagrax nor the player. So,
Abjuration is protection magic.
okay. Cool. And then with that, 5 to 5 gold, I'll like get a side pouch and put 10 gold in it. Just kind of like set it where she can't see because she's obviously bawling her eyes out. I'll just kind of like put it back where the boots were dug up, and we'll go on from. And then I'll. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. And then head outside.
Scaly Santa Claus over here.
I mean, I'll excuse myself while she's crying and Irylyssa's preaching, and we'll head outside.
I'm not preaching. I'm saying comforting words.
Eliza
And-
is watching over
and-
you.
As
Have
you
you
come
come
out,
following Saloon? No.
as you come out, and I hear the sobbing there, like, you couldn't save the hand. I take it.
Oh no, the hand is fine. Well, better off than it was. In the morning, we'll definitely have to come back.
So who did
Right.
she give the boots to? Sorry, I'm still trying to work.
I
this
have
out.
them.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Did Discord just die? Sedge.
Irilyssa has them.
Yeah, I see. I will drag that into here.
Uh-oh.
RoboCop.
Boots of the poor family.
Oh. Are we? No, maybe.
Can you see any details about what I just dragged into your inventory? I'm trying to work out how this does when you're just dragging items around,
He
because this
sounds
is...
so good.
Uh-oh.
That's lying.
I cannot hear anything.
Hello, 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 hello,
Hello. Hi.
hello.
I'm hearing everybody just fine. It's really weird.
Yeah, I hear you fine. I hear everyone fine.
Interesting. That is not.
All right. Ba-doom.
Wait, you
Well,
can
I
hear
was
all of us?
asking
That's-
whether...
How can what?
Huh?
Hi.
What?
That's
Are we
Oh.
back?
Oh, I
Hello?
can hear you.
Okay,
Hello.
Yay.
Hello.
that was
Wait,
weird.
okay.
Yeah.
Can Mordred, can you hear everything when we're
Yes.
saying stuff?
Yeah,
Huh.
So it's just
that's
it's all the rest of us that can't hear anything.
that's
Weird.
really bizarre.
I
It
can
is,
hear fine.
especially for
Oh.
a route failure.
That's just great for
I can't hear.
Highwind
I
and
can't
Mordred
hear
on the way.
anything. I
Yeah.
assume
There it goes again.
Uh-oh, here it goes again.
Oh, it
No!
happened again.
What? Here's your
I
time to
shouldn't have said
reveal your
anything.
secrets. If you need confession to feel free.
Well, I'm trying to find a way of sharing this
Like I'm looking at Zach's mouth.
sodding
movement,
magic
there's no
item,
light.
but I'm not finding a way of doing it.
It is weird if you can actually hear us. Nod once if you can hear us. No.
if you bring up their character
That's so
sheet
weird.
and
Can't
then
hear
you
any
type
of
it in the compendium, you might be able to just drag and drop it right under the sheet.
Oh yeah,
But then you have,
Sorry, go on.
then you'd have to. But then you'd have to close and save, and they'd have to reopen it because it's then been saved. So ask them to close the character sheet. You do that, and then they can reopen it.
Ah!
Okay. Irilyssa, can you hear us?
Yes.
Close
Yeah.
your character sheet,
Okay.
then open it again.
Did you save it?
Well, I
What'd
just
you drag
dragged it into the inventory.
Okay.
Huh.
So in theory, now that you reopened it, that you should have a new item in your inventory. Do you?
Ooh.
Yes, I do.
Aha!
Well, I had a new item in my inventory before that. It was just everybody became robots.
But can you click on it? Does it tell you what they actually do?
Yes, it does.
Okay, good.
Nice.
Because I was clicking on it, it's like nothing's happening. I just rename them.
Oh.
All right, well that's good then. So that's what you got.
Okay.
You got the boots with a fur.
Well,
Maybe
very
Yeah.
so when
good.
you walk into the club,
Now I need
everybody-
them apple-bottom jeans.
Yeah, you got him. You got him from her. So
Lord, I haven't heard that song in so long.
Uh-oh, DNC.
time to hit.
I wish there was a
Last
way
time I
of
heard
just
that song, I was in
sharing the
high school.
details of this so I could show what these are.
But you know what? You need to bring like Irilyssa. You have those, right?
Oh, hang on. I might be able to. Hang on. I might be able to do this.
Another chat. Hop into another chat and tell chat what it's all about.
Yeah, you can do that
show
too.
chat. You can
Hmm.
show chat that character sheet and bring up the item.
So how are you bringing the item up?
Because it's at the very bottom.
Yeah.
And then I hit the little eye that's in the lower right-hand corner.
Oh, yeah.
If we're both on it.
Yeah. I see you have it
And then I just
equipped.
hold- Well, it auto-equips when you drag it onto the character sheet.
Right.
Now that you equip it, it starts eating your feet
Oh, good.
Yeah,
because it's cursed.
I didn't need those anyway.
So how do you see what
replaces
it
your
does?
feet with the boots.
It's the boots of the tongue monster.
Because if you scroll down on that little, there's a little thing under there where it says mods. There's a little text box,
Yeah. Oh.
and it has all of the information in it.
Okay.
It's an extra dimensional beast that's really uncomfortably in defeat.
I was expecting you just click on it and it would just bring up the entry from the compendium.
Hmm.
That would be a
Nope.
lot easier. Well, Twitch,
Yeah,
there you go.
but this is roll 20.
Ooh.
So after this, my other
And we
group
thank
started
you
using
for their
different
wonderful service.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I want to say my other
You're not
group has
sponsoring
started
us.
using a different
Not yet.
app.
Okay, we're cool. I have shown those off.
All right.
So,
Boots with the fur.
what are you all doing now?
I assume.
Oh.
Waiting
at
for the
least
crying
that's
to stop.
Do you think there's a place for us to stay in this town? We might want to gather Danica over there too.
I'm probably keeping an eye on her and keeping an ear on doorway.
You can see her in the dark?
Well, I can see her in the Aurora Borealis. 'cause she's
Oh,
up on
right.
the-
Yeah. It's just a
Right,
shadow
right,
over
right.
in the darkness there. If there's another shadow that shows up, we got to get moving. You know?
Now she's got Dragonborn assassins after her.
No,
Yeah.
God, no.
No, it's
I
just
mean,
kobolds.
better her than me, but why? I didn't say that out loud.
Wow.
We,
Oh, it's just the kobolds.
we,
Yeah.
we,
Oh no!
Yeah, where are
The
they?
kobold
by the way?
assassins. Did we shake them?
I don't think we did.
no, the kobolds are still around. They're like hovering around outside the hovel, I would say, at this point.
Okay.
Just peeking their heads in every once in a while.
Yeah, pretty much.
Following the Dragon Lord Zagrax.
Probably trying to steal.
No,
it.
Dragon Lord Irilyssa.
Dragonlord Irilyssa.
Yeah.
The rest of you do notice that whenever Zagrax is not looking, one of them does try to like puff himself up and does an impression of Zagrax.
Not that if Zagrax was looking, he could see him anyway, but hey.
Right.
Well put.
But with all them doing their stuff, Zagrax will go check on Danica, make sure she's still doing okay.
Okay.
And just meander over.
Also, you did ask earlier if there was anywhere to stay in the town, and Hilda kind of just shakes her head into Irilyssa's shoulder.
That's what I figured.
Well, it's like we're camping.
Think so?
Stay here if you like.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's very
Yeah, we-
nice.
Camp outside the house, at least.
Yep.
Yeah.
You won't be far.
Okay.
Great.
It'll be okay.
And she eventually like detaches herself from you and then goes over to where Finn is still lying and just like starts stroking his head.
I have a feeling during all of that, the daughter just started pulling on Irylyssa's tail. Had to.
She's off like playing with a doll or something at this point.
She's done. Yeah.
She's done.
Sleeping.
An interesting one, that child.
I don't know.
Okay, so
Gotta-
Zagrax, you make your way up to where Danica is, and you notice as you approach that there seems to be something else, like, in the air next to her.
But
It's just a... As you approach, you notice, oh, it's a piece of paper, and the quill that was flying
Oh, okay.
around is just writing stuff on this piece of paper while she's still, like, just staring intently at the...
it totally would have been gotten way too close and should have seen it beforehand. Didn't see it, freak out, internal panic a bit, and then finally get to look at it, and it's paper, and it's like, okay.
Yeah.
And then see the quill move, and then panic again, and then.
In fact, the way it would have looked to you would be there's a large white creature hanging over Danica right now. She's not looking at it. She is not aware of what the danger is.
Definitely start grabbing weapons and stuff, and then like, wait a minute, it's.
And then you notice
This
that
is
this thing seems
Elbrel.
to have a feather, and like the feather is waving around wildly.
It's threatening her.
Oh god!
It's making threatening motions.
Definitely would
Where's
start
the pen?
like running up, and then finally at like way too close of a thing, realize that it's a pen and full of paper, and be like, oh, okay,
Oh.
and then move on.
But she looks pretty engrossed in whatever these columns are saying.
And that's what I figured. So I'll just think around with her, watch her do her stuff for a while, until people figure out what the heck we're doing.
Well, if
does
there's no
not
place
seem
Making
to
sure
notice
she's
you.
not going crazy.
Well,
I crazy for Danica.
Okay. Okay, so what are the rest of you doing?
Do we just need to set up camp then?
yeah, it's been a long day.
Yeah, I guess if there's no
Time
inn.
to sleep.
Yep.
Yeah, if there's places to make up camp, we'll do it nearby this hut, I guess.
I mean, it seems to be fairly open. There are large amounts of snow around.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to make out any features except for the big black stones.
A large amount of yay stone and freezing ice. Yay! More.
Yay.
Yeah, I'd rather stay closer to this hut, so in case anything happens, she can explain what we're doing here. I don't know anything else about this town. It's definitely not a metropolis, so everything I know about this means nothing.
Everything I know about this town is a lie.
I must have misremembered.
All right, so go
Yeah.
ahead and roll me a survival check to see what kind of camp you set up, and
Cool.
whether you
Anybody help
accidentally
me set up camp?
set it up on someone's house. Because that
I'll
would be
set
funny.
it up with you.
Okay.
All right. Can I roll with advantage?
Yeah, or both of you can roll. It's up to you.
Oh yeah, let's both roll. That's fun. Roll
Are you
time.
rolling?
Survival.
Survival.
22.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's do this.
So Vulwin, with a lot of help from Irilyssa, you are able to set up a pretty nice camp. You kind of use the edge of Hilda's hut as a shelter, and then you kind of build around that. And actually in the process of doing it, you gather a couple of extra branches and actually end up reinforcing Hilda's hut fairly substantially.
Don't mind us, the traveling band of adventurers who save your kids, heal your kids, and fix your hut and give you money.
Yeah, quick heads up. Chat can't see the rules due to,
right.
I think, the window review you're in now.
Yep, we're good. Fixed. Thank you. So yeah, you're able to set up a camp, I'll say, within like half an hour. It really doesn't take you very long. You just clear some space. You use Hilda's hut as a shelter on one side, and you just kind of lay out a tarpaulin from there, put up the tents, set up a little fire, get yourself a fire going. There's down by the shoreline, you can get some bracken, which you just bring back up to the wood fire, and you just chuck that on. Yeah, it seems you get this stuff up in like record time, and it feels really comfortable when the rest of you come to settle in.
Okay.
Yay.
While those folks are out getting stuff, I'm going to pop in and talk to Hilda.
Okay.
Have you ever considered moving to Goodmead?
Why would we want to move? This is where I grew up. This is where my mammy, my pappy, their mammies and pappies.
Well, for two reasons. One, it's a fairly substantial town now. More people have moved into Goodmead, and they have a constant supply of food and drink. The other is they do have a skilled doctor there, more skilled than all of us.
Oh yeah.
Roll persuasion with advantage.
I can't argue that that's wrong. That's definitely right.
It is.
Yeah, but
Definitely right.
He's just morally neutral.
Okay. You do notice that she gets very defensive when you're saying it's safer up there, there's more people up there. But as soon as you mention the doctor, like her eyes just immediately drop to Finn, and where he's kind of curled up on the floor before her, like tucked in with a blanket around him. She just looks up at you again, just nods.
However, the doctor there is an odd sort. His payment is something that interests him, and hopefully this will do. And I'll hand her a sack and tell her that inside are the eggshell of a white dragon that might work as payment for his services.
You really are the company of the Holy Dragons.
name change.
Oh yeah, boy.
Saloon must really look over us tonight.
Ha!
Irilyssa, oh yeah, boy.
Thank you.
So,
Oh.
you're so happy with me.
That's
I hope
a good
it'll be
point.
enough.
We should not send the people with 6 fingers to Nin. Should not do it. Mm-mm. Nope. Nope. Bad idea.
One
Very
finger is
bad
ample
idea.
payment.
They have enough.
Bad idea.
And look, after delivering the kid, they'll get another, what, 4, 5? if Nim manages to fix it.
Oh boy. But I would say once the camp gets set up and people let know, I'll try and get Danica away from Danica things.
Yes, I'll be down soon.
Definitely give her the look of like, yeah, I totally believe that. Go and meander down for.
She doesn't even
Meander
seem
down
to have
for a
like recognized the fact that you are there. Just as an
Yeah, I
aside.
figured. I'm gonna leave for a bit, and then like after 10-15 minutes of her not coming down, I'll go back up and grab her by the shoulders and like slowly start moving her towards camp.
No,
Like,
just one more rune. Just one more rune.
Yeah. It'll be here in the morning. Come on now.
Okay, so when you make your way up to where Danica was, this time you find her leaning against one of the columns, just her head in her hand, and she's just muttering, "Shikare, ha, shikare, karakara, ha, shikare manera, sa, nikara."
Tahko!
And
I'll
I'll
come
run up. Yeah. Go and try and help. And
What
when
is it?
Tahko
Tahko shows up. She's doing the chanting again.
Okay. I'll join her.
Tahko's like, "Shikare, ha, dokara, dokara, ha, tikara,
Sorry,
bara,
this is just
ha."
like. What?
Tempo down. All right, I'll try and use my mind powers to take the chant from her. Is that doable?
Roll Arcana.
Okay. Woo, 19.
So you're not able to like move the repeating message from her head, but you can definitely like feel it going on in her mind, and you're able to like dampen it down a little bit, like you've kind of unconsciously done for yourself, to at least give yourself some relief from the ongoing message. And her own muttering slows, and eventually she falls silent, and then her head just kind of nods forwards.
I'll catch her if she's gonna fall. But
She doesn't seem to. You just realize she's breathing lightly, deeply but lightly. And then you hear a bit of a...
Oh,
Yeah.
she's
okay.
asleep.
She's worn herself out.
She's finally able to sleep.
Good.
And then I'll, gently pick her up and carry her back to camp.
Okay, so yeah, you're able to get her back to camp without any real problem. She's really light. Barely any weight to her at all. And then you just kind of bundle her up in a blanket and leave her in one of the tents.
Yep.
not bad.
And then I guess I'm ready for sleep. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I mean, just settling in and eating. Sleeping.
Yeah, probably a wise idea to take watch. I don't know anything about this place. Everything I know is lies.
I don't know. I think we might be okay tonight.
Yeah, well,
Unless the wolves kill us all.
I'll take first watch.
I got second if we're doing watch, I guess. Like
Second?
like
No,
Hilda
you
said,
shouldn't take second.
there's a couple there's only a couple of buildings and it's not very well defended.
And I should mention,
I
like,
spell.
since you've been here, you've not seen anyone else.
Great.
Yeah.
I mean, we did roll in like kind of later at night.
It's like 10
Yeah.
o'clock at night, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just get some sleep. I'll stay up as long as necessary.
So are you going to have 3 people watching? Because that's 2.
I can take the third.
Yeah, I sleep.
Tahko. Okay, so Vulwin. Perception.
All right. 21 perception. Got my lantern lit. Taking first vigil.
Okay, so the night is pretty calm. There is a very gentle snowfall that seems more comforting than oppressive to you. It's the kind of night that you like. The Aurora Borealis is pretty bright in the sky. The colour kind of reflects off the snowflakes as they fall gently. In the very far distance, you hear a "ow," and then a couple of repeated calls of the same howl. But it's really in the far distance.
In response to that, Vulwin spits on the ground.
Wow, Vulwin.
One with nature.
And the night falls silent once again. And your watch passes peacefully.
Time for Zagrax, Captain Warmbody.
Alright,
Piece of
Zagrax.
shit.
Perception.
Yeah, Zagrax. It's a nice night out, Zagrax. as I literally it's a nice night out, Zagrax. You should be fine out there.
You can't even
Not
find
even
the
a nat
darkness.
I can't
Yeah,
even.
I don't even know if a
can't believe
negative
that.
one even counts as being a warm body at this point.
You just are blinded by the fire. I don't know.
Okay, so
The lights are too
Zagrax,
bright.
you take your place by the fire. Again, snow is falling very, very gently. The auroras around you, colors changing, but kind of they're all leaning towards white. So it'll be like blue that fades into white, and it'll be green that fades into white, and all of them like have that ongoing kind of fading motion, and it doesn't quite put you into a trance, but you can kind of feel yourself just being. Like your eyes are open, you're kind of aware of what's around you, and you're just kind of like, yeah, it's comfortable. And then the ground starts to shift.
Oh,
It's the freaking kobolds, I guarantee it.
no. I hope it is.
You put a hand down onto the ground around you, and again you feel it a quiver as the ground shifts again. There's a loud noise, kind of a sound of hoofs falling on snow.
What?
Okay, that sounds bad.
Definitely start looking around.
As you look around, your eyes widening, you're looking for the source of this noise, and your ears just start to fill up with this noise of multiple feet, hoofs, something trampling on the ground, moving towards you at great speed.
From everywhere, or
Seems to be.
oh joy. I'll kick Tahko
Yeah.
to wake him up.
The noise stops immediately.
Sorry, never mind.
Is it my shift?
Not yet. I think I might be going crazy. But just remember that I heard hooves and lots of them and ground shaking, but it went away the second you woke up. So I think I might be crazy. But go back to sleep, it's fine.
I'm going to put my ear on a rock on the ground to see if I can't hear anything.
Roll perception.
All right. 21.
Everything seems quiet. You lie there for just a moment. You close your eyes to block out your other senses and concentrate entirely on the vibrations of that rock, and you get nothing but good vibes.
I think you're hearing your own ears.
Wouldn't be the first time. Probably won't be the last. Sorry to wake you.
Okay. And I'll try and go back to sleep as best I can.
Roll me a Constitution save, Tahko.
Oh, okay. That's always a fun one. Wow, okay. 21.
21.
That just keeps getting better and better for me.
All right, so
You shouldn't have said
Zagrax, you make your way back to where you were sitting before. Your eye is still alert. You're still looking around. You're still on edge from what you heard before. And again, the night seems to just be peaceful, and you can kind of feel your concentration waning a little. And then again, the tremor under your fingers as the ground seems to be shifting again. And then it falls silent. And then you kind of look around, a little unsure. And then again, that tremor, this time with the same noise that you heard before, the growl of bears around you. It's the cry of wolves in the night. It's the sound of hoofbeats. It's the sound of something approaching again.
You won't get me this time, but I'll grab hammer and shield and kind of get up and grab a lantern and kind of meander. Well, hammer and lantern, I guess, technically, and kind of meander around, do a little lap of the surrounding area.
Okay, as you leave the camp, the sound seems to die down a little bit. The tremors quickly dissipate, and away from the camp, things seem to be pretty normal. You can kind of hear the deep breathing of some of your companions, and then it hits you. Deep breathing. Someone was snoring.
Yes! Hooray! It was probably Tahko. Just kind of, they'll definitely like stand there for a bit and be like.
And then you stand there for a bit, and then you like walk back in. You kind of loom over where Tahko is sleeping, and yes, it's incredibly loud. It's like it's just that exact pitch that just puts you on edge when you hear that snoring, and it is 100% Tahko.
Nice.
Perfect.
Glorious.
I'm the alert.
I'm so glad you kicked him first. Just like it stops, it's gone.
Perfect. Nobody needs to know about this. So, but I'll also go and like stare at him a bit, and it'll be that. But I'll also keep an eye out for the stupid kobolds because I know they have something to do with this. But I guess if that's the rest of it, then definitely that just do out the rest of the shift and wake Tahko for that last one.
Okay, so yeah, in good time, you feel like your shift has come to an end, and you go and shake Tahko awake with something coming alongside relief as the snores once again subside.
Okay, I'm up.
Tahko, perception roll.
All right.
Wow. Nat 20.
That's a pinnacle for me. 25.
Okay, so Tahko, you take your place
Become
in the
one
camp.
with the universe.
The snow is still falling gently. The aurora is by this point mostly faded away, and you're just kind of in the darkest part of the night at the start of your shift. And you're just standing there, a stone against the cold around you, alert, aware, keeping everything in as you look around and keep your companions safe as they snooze and slumber around you. When you hear nothing. It's calm. It's peaceful. You hear Zagrax snoring a little bit, but it's good. It just means he's sleeping. You nod peacefully, happy. You know what? This is a nice night. It's a pretty good place to be looking out. You can see over the Red Waters Lake. There are a couple of figures every now and then that seem to shift, and then you realize it's just large chunks of ice that are floating in the water. They bob up and down peacefully. For someone less aware, less alert than you, they may have been terrified of such shapes moving in the darkness, but it's just ice.
This guy would have been afraid of them.
And with that,
I was too blind to see.
some of your companions start to awake, and it is now the following morning.
Morning.
Oh, good morning.
Hooray, long rest. Hooray.
Yep, you will take a long rest. Tahko, you don't have any interruptions to your sleep. And in fact, I'm going to say that you have, with something which I've never used in 5th edition before, you have an inspiration. That basically allows you to impose advantage on one roll at any point in the game. Once.
All right.
Nice.
Nice. I have to click on that little button. That's good.
Yeah.
Hooray.
I remembered it
Oh,
This
exists.
is
yeah,
a
they-
fancy button.
Yeah, the inspiration button. Yeah.
Yay.
That's
Awesome.
exciting.
Thank you.
And with that, we are here at the beginning of a new day.
All right.
Hooray.
And now that things are a little lighter, like it's still dim, still kind of dark, but it's not pitch black like when you arrived, you can see like the vague outlines of other buildings around you. Like this is definitely not a well-developed settlement by any stretch of the imagination. I'm going to go and move us over to Dugan's Hole so you can actually see what this place looks like as soon as I set
Get
out
the map.
Lighting.
No
There we go.
map. No, I guess there is.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Ah.
It even has boats. That's good.
Yeah, now that you can actually see a bit more in the morning, you can see that there is a proper shape of the town. There are 2 docks, but everything around you is just completely frozen solid. The icebergs that you saw during the night, Tahko, are much further out in the red waters. You notice that a couple of the boats are actually like cracked from where the ice has expanded and then broken the hull. It looks like that dock hasn't been used for quite a long time. And yes, I will move the map. I was going to add some locations, but I'll do that for now. Yeah, so that's the town. That's what you got.
Nice.
I like
Great
that
town.
fancy boardwalk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Speaker's house.
I assume the house we were like one of these 2 over here.
It would be the nearest one to the stone.
That one.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
that
that
one then.
It looks a lot more fancy than it actually is. I mean, it's probably the little
Yeah.
one next to it, and there's just a ruin beside that.
Fine.
Oh, it's
I see
just
the
that one.
docks.
Yeah.
I see the docks attached to his house, so he can just ride his go-kart directly out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put you
Nice.
back. There we go. So, what would you like to do with the day?
Well, I think we are going to. I think we were discussing getting supplies here, resupply before we head further south. We're going to be
Yeah.
down there for some time.
Yeah, probably a good idea that we could leave this town.
Hopefully they have supplies.
Right.
I'm gonna check that kid's hand.
Roll another medicine check.
I'll be on standby if things are needed.
A 16.
Most of the blackness seems to have receded. Like, in your opinion, it will take some time for this to heal, and that hand should definitely not go anywhere near anything cold. And you recommend to Hilda that basically you double up on the mittens for a week or 2, just to let that recover, and it will ache like hell, and probably feel like it's burning as basically sensation returns to it. It will also scab up and get really quite nasty, pussy, and all of that stuff as the necrotic tissue basically gets replaced by fresh tissue, but it seems like it'll be on the mend.
Having
All
heard
right.
of all that, I'm gonna burn another 5 of lay on hands to heal it a bit more.
Okay.
Cause poor kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know
And that
that
does help.
feeling
Like,
very-
a lot of the burning sensation, you basically just skipped that entire stage. So the circulation is returned, and there's none of the flesh underneath is like starting to regrow. So it looks scabby. It looks disgusting as hell. But you can kind of like peel one of the scabs aside, and you can see that there is pink skin underneath.
Oh,
Way, it's gross, but it's better than the alternative.
now it has a dark, flaky layer.
That's what happens when you have frostbite. I looked it up.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's true.
With a warm pink center.
Irilyssa will tell Zagrax, "You're a much better assistant than Tahko."
I don't know if that necessarily takes much.
Yes, well, he did almost cause me to bleed out when we first met him, so.
He's an interesting one.
Yes. Alright. Well, take care.
Yep.
Don't
See
visit
ya.
Oh,
my
nice
finger.
meeting you. Bye. Good luck.
Hilda stops you as you're about to leave, and just very honestly says, "Thank you, really. Your presence in Saloon's Grace has really shown herself to my children, and I will never forget what you have done for us. Thank you."
Is the least we can do.
And you do notice that she has what seems to be a new necklace on, with a very, very rough, like, half circle, with a little piece of the inner circle chipped out. And you can kind of see it's rough, It's clearly something that she whittled during the night, but it looks like it's a half moon symbol.
Oh, that's good.
Just as Saloon guides us in the night, try to guide others that are in the darkness.
I will. Thank you.
And she'll give her a hug.
She hugs back.
Oh, so much hugging. Bye.
Bye. You'll be able to find us in Goodmead if sometime. She kind of trails off a little.
Okay. Safe travels.
Same to you. She goes back into the kids and does mother stuff for children early in the morning. Bustling around, preparing breakfast, that type of stuff.
Yep. Hooray! We now have maybe made it back to neutral against randomly killing things.
Yeah. This been kind of coming.
I mean, Irilyssa was just like kind of bopping around. She feels good about herself.
That's good.
I mean, this isn't as great as when I converted a whole bunch of snake people to a moon goddess.
At least
But
temporarily. I think Hilda's a bit more of a permanent convert.
Yeah, at least you're not following her as like a death goddess.
Right.
That's true.
Irilyssa's super happy and Zagrax is like, cool, I did all the heavy lifting there, let's go.
Right.
I took a lot of lay on hands to fix that, but it's nice to know that it can actually fix that.
It is a remove disease ability.
Remove disease or poison.
Nice.
Very handy.
All right, so
What are we doing from here?
I think we're just wandering around town looking for a symbol that indicates like a store, so we can buy supplies.
Yeah.
Roll investigation.
Okay. Boop. Perfect.
Okay, yeah.
I think this is one as I barge into somebody's town.
It's not even that. Like, this place is destitute. It doesn't seem like there's any stores. If they need to buy or sell anything, it does look like they go elsewhere to do their purchasing. You do find, like, a fish trader, like a very basic grocer, but literally all they sell is food. You do find the ruins or the remains of what looked like it was previously a store. You find a couple of, like, old fishing implements inside it. But the building itself is completely ramshackle, run down. Half the roof is missing. What may once have been a decent store seems to have long gone out of business. Or at least since the trouble started here.
Seems like this wasn't a good place to go to stock up.
Oh, and speaking of stock up, you all ate a ration last night, so don't forget to remove one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got that one.
Well, maybe we can speak to the speaker. They might have, might keep control of the supply, given how small the town is.
I suppose. But do we really want to take from these people?
In exchange for money, they can always go to Goodmead. It saves us the trip.
I guess so. Yeah.
What do we need from them?
Well, we're running. I would say we're running low on rations, but I still have 20.
Good. Well, if we've got everything we need, we should leave.
But what I'm saying is we could buy up all of their food here, or at least a good chunk of it, because I can still carry it. It would be safe for us. And then they would have reason to go to Goodmead. And considering the woman we just helped is heading in that direction, then she'd have people with her.
Ain't gonna sell you no food.
What?
Ain't gonna sell you no food.
Why?
Because we need it.
More,
Yeah, they need
we'll
it.
just get more at Goodmead?
Ain't going good mead. Folks, they look at us funny.
Well, all right.
There's your answer,
There you
Tahko.
go.
Anyway, who are you? What are you doing in my town?
My name's Tahko Moodkiller. We here are the Dawnbringers.
And you
Right,
turn and
bring back-
notice that a haunched over, by the looks of things, half elf is kind of under the awning of a building which was overlooking the store that you were kind of looking around, trying to find a general store. She looks old, haggard. She has a very similar protruding chin as Hilda did. Again, her ears are very faintly pointed, and she kind of looks on with a bit of a squint, and like only one half of her mouth moves when she's speaking, the other half just stays still.
Oh, okay. Does she also have 6 fingers on her hand?
Roll perception.
All right.
Don't worry, I got this team. I'm kidding.
Plunk.
Yes.
Kidding.
All right. Yeah, this town's full of weird people.
Yep.
All right. You don't have to sell us food.
Good.
Fine.
You know, all of the people in this town kind of look like each other, don't they?
So,
You know,
what's your point?
now that you
Derek, can we
mention
leave?
it,
Do you have a lot of food besides fish?
Does it look like we have a lot of food besides fish?
No, doesn't
you
even look
might
like you have a lot of town.
Got all the time we need. People here are good folk. Work hard.
Hmm.
All right. We'll be moving along then.
Mm-hmm. Mind you keep your hands to yourselves.
I don't think that's a concern here, but take
There's
it.
definite.
I don't know you.
sarcastic-
Why would that not be a concern to me? These are my people. I look out for them.
Yeah.
Definitely a
Oh,
sarcastic
yeah.
glance over at her, like, obviously the most well-equipped and people who've ever probably passed through this town ever. Yeah, we're gonna steal shit. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you the speaker here then?
I am.
Ah,
My name is, as soon as I find it, Edgar.
she pulled the people out of her pocket.
Name's Edgar, and I'm the speaker here.
Ah,
Now, don't take this the wrong way, but we don't take kindly to strangers. Never mean anything good for us.
understandable.
We just want to be left alone, live our lives, get on with work, see that the fish are brought in. That's all we need.
Sorry to have intruded. We thought this town would be a metropolis.
To us it is. All we ever needed, all we ever dreamed of, is in Dugan's Hole.
I look
As
immediately to go on. That's where the rumors come from.
That explains it. I mean,
I just have a feeling that the second she said that, something falls in the distance and, like, crashes.
Absolutely, 100%.
Well, so long as your people are happy.
Of course they're happy. Hey, Hilda, you
Oh.
happy? Yes. See? My sister
Oh.
says she's happy, she's happy.
By the way,
That's your sister?
Yeah?
Oh.
before I forget, there's an empty ice tower lodge thing to the northwest.
She points south. That way?
No, the opposite. That way.
North?
Yes.
Ah, so you mean towards Goodmead.
Northwest.
Other north.
What's a west?
Third north. Okay.
opposite direction of Goodmead.
That's south. And she points south again.
No.
Okay.
No, never
All right.
mind.
If you should happen to run across a large ice fortress, inside is a whole wealth of whale oil and other alchemical materials that you might be able to sell to somebody that could use them.
Hey, Hilda, where's that? And Hilda can just kind of meekly points the direction that you guys came from. There's still clearly see the tracks that you guys made when you came into town.
Not to mention 2 giant wolf pelts, a mammoth pelt, and meat from all 3 of those creatures.
Pelts, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Might have been a little bit too hasty in my impressions of y'all.
Yeah, we're more about making sure that people keep their hands rather than lose them.
6 fingers and all.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah. Otherwise, we probably would have stayed to harvest the pelts. We were in a bit of a rush. They're all yours.
It is... Well, we have to see if they're actually there first. It's not the first time we've been lied to.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Are we done here?
I am.
Yeah.
I would say it's
so.
been a pleasure meeting you.
But you'd be
And-
lying if you did.
And
like my
Zagrax
mummy
just-
said, you don't want to be lying. Only
And-
strangers do that.
he just says that, and
Yeah.
he just turns and leaves. Like, he just doesn't even finish the sentence, just turns and leaves.
Yep, that's more accurate than you know.
All
He's
right,
just
we'll be on the way.
Vulwin's just gonna start walking away.
But when we leave,
Goodbye.
when we pass Hilda, do the, hope you guys, blessings and whatevers and leave.
So glad I advised you to go to another town.
Yeah.
Right.
Speakers truly are the best spoken of their home. I can't imagine what the rest of these folks are like.
Yep.
Here.
What do you mean about that? I speak proper good.
Oh boy.
I just graduated from the academy. It's where they got fish.
Right.
Okay.
Well,
We'll see you,
time to leave
Hilda.
and not come back.
Right. Never visit this place again.
Bye.
Do
I guess
so.
we're gonna head towards.
As you're leaving Vulwin, you in particular notice that there are a large number, actually, of circular divots in the lake around. Familiar to, like, the aftermath of, like, drilling through the ice for fishing.
That's nice. I'm glad they can do that.
Owen's so done.
There's
Oh, he's been
less
done for a
less
long
kindred
time.
spirits here than I would
We'll settle down.
Yeah, you
No.
can settle down.
Find a nice wife.
I mean they might be yeah right.
Maybe a couple.
They might be fishers, but I don't know. I'm just gonna leave this town.
You're leaving the metropolis of Dugan's Hole already, but have you experienced all
Already.
of its wonders?
So far.
No.
I don't think there are ever any wonders to experience. So
Well, there's a
Yeah,
lot of
might
wonders,
be.
but
You don't wanna.
true.
Vulwin, if that woman's chin were any hairier, I would have asked if she was related to you.
That
nah,
depends.
I don't
Who's
think
your aunt?
there's any relation. Yeah, we're not related.
Around here, it's more like who isn't.
Right.
Ooh.
You say that out loud?
No. not here.
Anyway, moving on. So you guys are leaving Dugan's Hole, so let's bring up the map again, so we can see what is going on here.
Drag.
Are we heading to Hillside or are we going around Hillside?
That's an excellent question. I would leave that up to Zagrax.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna put those boots on, by the way.
Okay.
With my dragon.
On my dragon.
They feel really comfortable, and when you have them on, like, you seem to be able to move over the snow without any obstacle. Like, it doesn't exactly leave the same imprint as snowshoes, but you can basically dance over the top of the snow just like you were as if wearing snowshoes without any of the difficulty moving because they're just so freaking big. it makes you feel light on the snow.
Good.
Cool. Nice.
All right.
Well, Zagrax, what do you think we should
As
do?
much as I would like to meet my mother, I don't at this point. But we have more pressing matters of hopefully fixing whatever ails Tahko and Danica.
So are we
Well,
just
that's
going to
true.
skip hillside and head straight for wherever the signal's coming from?
Signal. Is that where the Tourmaline is?
No, that's
She
northwest.
just looks
as well.
down. Oh, you're still
Hi.
here.
Now here.
Oh,
Still looking for
half
those
second-
shinies.
They're that
Shinies.
way. Elora points where she thinks
For,
Tourmaline
for,
is.
a, for a half second, I thought the speaker was falling.
Yeah, I was trying to remember
Yeah.
what my voice was because I was so happy with that voice. And then as soon as I did the speaker, I was like, right, every other voice is now gone.
Every voice is
Yeah.
gone now. I no longer know how to speak.
Because I know it was a bit of a New York inflection, but it wasn't like full American.
Yeah,
Just
Tourmaline is past that forest, way further past the mountains. You'll probably get lost.
Oh my gosh, Vulwin.
The forest, and then just going straight up that way.
Yeah,
But the
more or
shinies.
less.
Lots of shinies, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I do
All the
say.
shinies. So many shinies.
North of Bryn Shander.
Alora, what's your boyfriend's name?
Bryn Shandy.
I don't have a boyfriend.
Right,
Well,
right
that's the speaker of the town's name.
Oh, I forgot.
That's how much she doesn't have a boyfriend. She doesn't remember his name.
Ooh,
I
bird.
think you're protesting too much.
I wonder if
Alora.
this is like an intentional thing. Like I don't
name is-
remember.
Oris Matthews says my notes.
Okay. Yep, you're just gonna head north, and you're gonna meet a half-orc man named Oris Matthews, and you're gonna tell him that Elora sent you to work for shinies.
Laura sent us to Tammy Lane
Mhm.
to look for shinies.
Yes.
Speak to Orcus Matthews.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lead on.
No, you have to go by yourself now.
We'll meet you there.
Okay. Should we wait here and pick us up on the way up? Or
You head there first. We'll take a different route so we get there faster together.
if you're going to be faster anyway,
Mullen looks at
go with
you.
you.
like,
We find Chinese together.
Look, we're not going in that direction. We're going somewhere else.
Oh, no Chinese.
No.
Not in the note.
Okay. And with that, the three of them just leave.
Really?
Yep.
Well,
Look, that wasn't that hard.
No,
And they
really
head
wasn't
due
that
north.
hard.
No, that was plenty.
Vulwin. I do hope they'll be okay.
I don't.
That's up to
They're
them.
scrappy.
Yes.
We have to keep our eye out. That one of them is real sneaky.
True.
Oh yeah.
I mean, not really.
Yeah.
They're pretty bad at
Practically
hiding.
behind you.
Well, he kept sneaking up on me. Like, super sneaky guy.
Well,
Well, they managed to sneak into the middle of that tower where he ran into two wolves and a mammoth. So they're sneaky enough, I guess. But
You ever
they gotta
ask
keep
him
them
about that?
alive.
Seemed kind of odd that they were in there. Do you ever ask him about that?
Yes.
No.
yeah.
did.
Oh. Why were they in there?
Gerard does not remember.
I think it was warmth.
Because-
They said warmth.
Yeah,
Very-
they were trying
It
to
was
find
warmer
warmth,
in
but
there.
Very
It
much
turns
more.
out
Yes,
the mammoth was a
totally
great
wasn't some other reason. Yep.
roommate.
Yep.
Nah. Okay.
Well,
Right.
that would fly to a dragon.
No, they would not. Never.
And with that, that's probably a decent stopping point for us now, seeing as it's 3 minutes to 3. So, yeah, good.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So, what are you guys doing next week?
I think we're just gonna head towards the signal.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna travel through the tundra, getting lost and trying to find something.
Vulwin's excited.
We're not gonna get lost. We have Danica to guide us.
You're right.
Yeah,
Hooray!
We do. Well, doesn't Tahko feel the signal too? So
it's true.
No,
We can-
when I said we're getting lost, I meant we're going on an adventure.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like,
between the
every
two of
time
us,
you
it
say,
should be traveling.
Danica, do you know where it is? She'll just point, like, unerringly in one direction.
No kidding.
yeah, so
Yeah,
we'll just
It's
keep
so
going.
true. Yeah. I don't know. Vulwin's never been this far south, so this is kind of interesting.
We'll see.
Still looking for that metropolis.
Yep.
We don't talk about Dugan's Hole ever again.
Nope. This place is to be scrubbed for our minds.
No,
the only
Danica's
time I'll
around.
ever go back is if Hilda needs help moving.
She's on her own.
Oh, she's here.
That's her
Actually,
sister?
She's heading off to Goodmead, so the only person we have any connection to is not going to live there anymore.
Eh,
I'm glad we nipped that quest in the bud before we actually dealt with the people of Chicken Otherwise, I don't think we would have bothered.
Yeah, the notes about the speaker there were, like, super vague. They're just like, this is the most unhelpful person ever. She refuses to... and this is no joke.
Well,
She refuses
I
to send
felt
anyone
bad.
to look for the children, because that would mean feeding them.
Yeah, I would.
wow.
That makes sense.
Wow. Feeding the children or feeding the people looking?
No, feeding the hunters while they're out looking.
Oh, okay.
Like, the only ones that she will sanction sending out is the party.
I see.
Well,
How unhelpful.
Yeah. So, chat, now is your opportunity to ask any questions, if any questions have arisen during the course of this. I am now looking. Hi.
Do we have any shout outs at all?
It's a good question. We have got a couple of new follows. So, Gua, Hot Whiskey, and Katan Jojo. Thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. We're not even an affiliate yet, so we can't do subscriptions or bits, so it's just follows.
Soon.
However, I did work out that non-affiliate channels can actually have videos after the fact, so there will be videos in the history. I think they're there for like 2 or 3 weeks, but I'm still recording anyway.
Hooray!
Wonderful.
Yay. That's great.
2 questions to Mordred. Did I plan the American Southern accent from the people in the inbred town? And 2, how do wolves and elephant use a lock and a key? That latter part is never explained, and I was really hoping that nobody in the party would inquire too heavily about that. I would imagine that they just put the kids in the cell, shut the door, and it just locked on its own.
Yeah. It just
As
froze shut.
geckos tend to do, yeah.
I mean,
Did I intend the
the
southern...
mammoth has a trunk, so...
Mordred, I need mod. I need to ban somebody. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
This is the only thing I get to do
Hey,
ever.
nobody
ban
click that
bots.
link. Don't do that.
Do not click the link.
see, I figured we just failed a roll and never found the key.
No, there is no key.
No,
There is no key. Well,
I love it.
that's great.
How are
The Mastodon would be able to manipulate the
Hooray!
key, so
Be gone.
they could lock it.
There we go.
I mean, they put the kids in there and locked them in there, and then they're like, okay, now let's eat the kids. Open the door. How? We don't have thumbs.
Well, I mean, if the wolves are smart enough to speak, I would think that they could turn their head with the key.
Okay. But
They could work
I
out
find it
basic
funny.
problem solving.
yeah, but they still don't have a key, so obviously they can't.
True.
They locked the kids in without a way of getting them.
I'm solving one problem, not 2.
And did I intentionally give the town a Southern American accent? I tried really hard not to, actually. It was only the speaker like Hilda didn't. The kids
Yeah.
didn't.
It was interestingly indistinct.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually going to try and give them like a properly South London accent, but in the end I didn't. I was just like, I'm not... Actually, my initial plan was to give them a Yorkshire accent if I could.
See, here's where my ignorance comes in, because I don't know what any of that means.
Yorkshire is not Lancashire. That's it.
I
place
still
that
don't
I-
know what that means, but
The
hooray.
place that I... Okay, so there is a huge rivalry between York and Lancaster. So I'm a Lancastrian, therefore all Yorkists are bad. So the worst town in the game is, of course, going to be Yorkist.
Yeah, it's one of the rivalries.
Yeah. I mean, there's history behind it. There was a whole civil war fought. War of the Roses was between York and Lancaster.
I have heard of that. Yep.
York became bad after the Vikings left. Yeah, exactly. As soon as the name changed from Jorvik to York, it became bad. Jorvik is acceptable.
Where is this? Because I need to now see.
It's when they got rid of the Vic part of the name.
Man, that's interesting. This is a great metropolis. Love this place. We'll revisit this place sometime in the future.
Never.
I don't think.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I would love
Oh,
to
man.
see your review of Dugan's Hole.
Yeah. Never
Well,
been
I mean,
there.
if it's
Never will go there.
it's a metropolis, so it warrants a New York accent, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed I kind of
Oh,
forgot
man.
the kobold accent. I was so proud of myself with that
The
one.
kobolds were fun though. They were
I
so
love
fun.
Those guys were-
Kobolds were the highlight of this of going to this town in that regard. So it was
They weren't
good.
even in the town, but yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, with the kobolds, it's like, yeah, there are 3 kobolds here. They're kind of trapped because there's a wolf and a mammoth around. And they're just cold and scared.
Okay.
It's sad.
I thought they were breaking in looking for treasure, but it doesn't even
No,
sound like
they were
that.
there looking for shelter. Like, they weren't lying about that. They couldn't lie to a
Oh.
dragon.
Exactly.
Yeah, that whole scenario is a whole travesty.
Yeah.
See,
Who
you
knows
guys are
what would have
missing one
happened?
part of that picture. Irylyssa's not a true dragon.
I mean, true. My thing is, we actually arguably ignored the most interesting part, which was that tunnel.
There wasn't a huge amount about the tunnel. Like, you saw and did about as much as you could have.
Oh, well.
Fell in and got hurt.
I mean, where did this ice tower come from? Was that dead
There's a
giant-
chair in the middle of it that can control the weather.
Yeah, I mean,
A lot of
who made all
questions.
this?
A lot of
Shrug.
questions.
Who killed
Let
the
me
guy?
rephrase that. Who do you think?
I mean,
Oral?
there's pretty much only one
Mordred
answer to that.
Oral was like, "Hey, you're a cool giant dude. Here, have a
Really skilled ice sculptors.
your own man cave with weather control."
Mhm.
And a mammoth and a couple of wolves.
Yeah,
I do like the
And
fact
a
that it's
whale.
like just outside of Dugan's Hole. It's like the place least able to defend itself as a frost giant.
Oh my gosh.
Like based right outside.
No, look,
Yeah.
with the IQ of this town, these wolves could just be like, "Hey, you want to go hang out in the tundra?" To these kids, be like, "Yeah, let's go. Let's just go hang out. Hey, look, you want to come to your house and hang out? We got video games.
What's a video
Like,
game?
it's a video game. That sounds like fun.
Well, just follow us and find out."
I'm most
Oh,
interested
God.
is how the heck did they get a whale all the way down here?
Honestly, they wouldn't even had to talk
Questions.
to them because they just would have looked like big dogs.
Oh my God, you're right.
I was staring
They
at the
would've been
map
like,
for so
"Oh."
long going, how did they get a whale here?
I'm legitimately curious too, but I mean,
Because it would
That
have
was-
to come from the sea of moving ice, which, by the way,
Yeah.
chat, I will zoom out and you can see how far this is. Oh, still
Yeah.
going. Still going. It's up here.
there's no reason that would be
We're
any of
down
the,
here.
yeah, it wouldn't be in any of the
Further
lakes.
west, isn't it? There's
Oh,
more ocean further west, but I don't think
Ocean?
Whoa.
Not it's a lot further west than it is
Yeah,
north.
that's true.
Guys, it was a freshwater whale.
It was a sky whale.
Okay, look, they had it flown in. It's
Living
true.
in the red water.
Gotta be.
We
makes
just
sense.
know it's a sky whale because it's not flying because it's dead.
Yeah,
Oh, of
that
course.
makes sense.
yeah, it was
right.
definitely flown in.
I hope they're sky whales.
Yeah.
I don't.
Still,
Imagining an orca just flying through the air is terrifying.
Oh god, not orca bad. Orca bad. Very
Oh
bad.
no.
Just to wait until a necromancer finds that place, then we'll have an undead sky whale.
Not our problem. Not
Dude.
our
An
problem. We
undead
don't-
sky whale, 2 undead winter wolves, and an undead mammoth.
And an undead frost giant.
And an undead
Oh.
frost.
That's right.
Arguably the worst part of that entire thing.
Yeah, I like how you forget the giant.
Yeah. You know.
I want to know what party killed him. Probably the one that we ran into the first time.
Yeah, and who
I
put
don't
him
know.
on ice?
That is
I get the feeling that when he dies, he becomes ice.
Yeah, I kind of get
He's a
that
frost
feeling
giant.
too.
that makes
Yeah.
sense.
I mean,
We
not
love
really,
a
but
fire.
That's what I was rolling with anyway. Like as soon as he died, he became ice. And then
Yeah.
I mean, considering
hoping
everything that he
to
touched was
try-
like super cold.
Yeah, that makes sense.
no.
I had fun with the longsword as well, or the fish knife.
Yeah.
It's the best.
I was thinking that we could have taken that and replaced the kid's hand with it. Just a sword hand.
I think it's as big as the kid.
It's
Bigger,
as big
actually.
as him.
It'll grow into it.
Yeah, I could have made the whole kid
Oh,
situation a
nice.
lot worse than I did, but I was just like, I'm not going to go that far.
Can you imagine how beefy that arm would be when he finally learns how to lift it? He'll just be dragging it around like a pyramid head. Until he grows no muscle.
Yeah.
We're not making
Oh.
Frozen Silent Hill.
Oh,
Or are we?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not trying to.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to like some signal in the middle of the snow. I don't know what horror movie that is,
Yeah.
but
Hey, on the other side of things, if you're playing 10 Towns Bingo, you've almost gone to all of them.
Yeah, there's 2 we haven't gone to.
we not found the
Is it
Lonely
just-
Wood or Bremen.
Argos and Bremen.
Yep.
Nope.
No,
Bremen
then
and
Been to
Lorient.
Target.
You've been to Targos.
It's Bremen and Lonelywood.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We did not go to Lonelywood. Because Bolton was
No.
like, no.
Like, I want to go there.
Yeah.
So we didn't
He
go there.
said no.
I mean, it wasn't at all the rumors about like things coming back to life. That's not a reason to go there, right?
No.
Nope. Just Vulwin saying no.
Yeah.
No, it's dangerous there. See what almost happened to us? We almost got killed.
Dingy.
True.
You got kidnapped,
Twice.
but
You,
you
did get
lived,
kidnapped.
so-
I did.
Of course, now we know your rumor mongering can be held in the question after this
True.
metropolis.
Well, I mentioned it was a rumor. It was something he had heard.
I did like when he said, "Oh, now I know the source of the rumor." When she was like, "This is a metropolis. It's got all we need."
Yeah,
That was so
yeah,
perfect.
I loved it.
These people, they're not smart enough to know what a metropolis means, so sure.
Hey, all I'm saying is no one said differently about Dugan's Hole. Nobody else knew anything about
Oh
it.
heck no.
It's true.
Oh, ha. Okay, so I knew that I'd read about this. Chat was just asking there were no goats in this session. There could have been, but the party didn't find it.
It
I
was in
feel
the- it was-
betrayed.
I burst
Goat?
out laughing when I read about it. It's under the whale. Had you actually moved the whale corpse?
What?
There is a scrimshaw goat under the whale corpse.
I have more questions now.
A scrimshaw goat?
Redo
Yeah.
the session.
Yeah,
Let's
a
go.
whalebone carved goat is under the whale for some reason.
Also, I'm not gonna lie. Who thinks
Oh.
to move the whale? Like, it's a whale corpse.
Yeah.
Where are you going with that? Maybe if you want to drag it out of there, but that's. What are you doing?
Cold balls, there are shinies in it.
I,
Everything's shiny after you've been in a whale.
I'm not gonna lie. Knowing that there's still a hidden goat somewhere in like the session is like amazing.
They're like Easter eggs. There's scrimshaw goats all
Yeah.
over the place. You gotta find all
Yeah.
of them to unlock the secret ending.
Yeah, that's true. Tahko could carry it.
I was
I'm
legitimately
convinced.
wondering if Tahko was just going to like carry all of the whale oil.
Oh.
Well,
I
then he
mean,
fell down
Bolt
a
would have
hole,
come into
so
it,
you
but
got the
yeah.
option.
Yeah, and then he did fall down a hole. So
Yeah,
The thing
kind
is,
of ruined that.
when we started game, I was dirt poor. I mean, I think I literally had 2 coppers to his name, but now I have plenty of gold, and there's really nothing to buy it with for. So
Yeah.
who cares?
I mean, I started this game with 10 gold, and now I have nothing.
True.
Hey, that's not true. You got some cool boots now. What the
But
I
look
frick?
at
do. I got Ugg boots.
Look at all the dragon followers you could have gained along the way.
I
That's
could have,
true.
but I've
I
learned
mean,
my
to be
lesson about having followers in a Mordred game.
I mean, in this one, you're likely to start like a cult. Like, you could.
Yeah, I suppose I could start a cult of moon kobolds.
yeah,
Yeah.
easily, actually, pretty easily.
And 2
Very.
actual light dragons.
What are they? What are they called? Like Saloonites? What are?
Yeah, Selenites.
Knights. Oh, it's beautiful.
We just have our own private army of kobolds. Kobold cultists. Let's go.
Sounds
That's what
kind of
dragons
fun.
normally do. So
It's true. So Tahko, when you starting that?
I mean, honestly, you could just have the 2 wormlings be the generals and the mediators, so you wouldn't even have to deal directly with the kobold.
Those 2 aren't going to listen to me.
Nice.
No, but
Well,
they
after
would.
the amount of money you paid them, they might have.
Yeah, no kidding.
Plus, they're super young and they're getting their own army that they're in charge of.
That would
They're
appeal,
getting
especially to a
followers
chromatic.
and worshippers. Followers and
Teach them to
worshippers.
shout Leroy Jenkins when they run into battle. Yep, I like
I
this.
mean, probably a
plan.
white
Oh
dragon
my
at least,
God.
but still, yeah, they could.
Oh,
Yeah.
they shout, in the name of the moon, I'll punish you.
There you go.
That's
Right.
that's my that meme I found in the hole. I yell at the moon. Okay, roll intimidation. 4. The moon is unfazed. You win this round. In the middle of the night, moon god shows up. So I hear he was talking shit.
Don't you talking shit?
Anyway, does chat have any other questions for us or anything of that nature?
Going once. Going twice.
Looks like it. Is there any holy water left? No, Tahko gave it to the people in Caer Koning, didn't you?
Yeah.
Darn. We can't make Vulwin drink it.
Oh well.
Special sword.
Oh yeah, Tahko, you can buy that, special sword.
I mean, I could. I don't know why I would. I know nothing about why the sword's special.
Yeah. Vulwin said it was special, but he's also been wrong about towns. So,
I mean, to be fair, it looks like a nice weapon. Of all things that are there, and of all the things, he probably has a good appraisal of weapons.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I wasn't at the store.
But
the second
I mean,
time.
it was light. I mean, you knew it was already light, Tahko.
I
the
wasn't at
material
the
is
store
already
the
usually
second
like-
time, so I don't think Tahko
Yeah.
even knows the sword's been made. Unless
No,
you mentioned
no,
it.
I
I
told you
think-
about it.
Yeah,
did?
like I
Okay.
mentioned. Yeah, Vulwin mentioned something about it. There was the only thing of like interest that they had there, but that's it.
Okay. If we're next time we go in town, I'll probably take a look at it. I might buy it.
Yeah, see if it's still there. 120 gold or something.
Right now, I have a couple holy maces and javelins, so I'm kind of well equipped.
Sure
right
do.
now. I think I handed out those maces to you, though.
You
Give one to
did.
Zagrax.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have a javelin.
No, it was a flail.
I have a flail.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 of you should have a flail.
I can't use a flail, so you know.
You can't. It's a simple weapon.
I thought
It's
it was
not a-
martial. Oh,
It's
I don't have
martial.
my handbook on me.
I'm pretty sure the flail is martial.
I don't know.
Anyway, I think that this is going to be a good point to say thank you everyone for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, be sure to hit that follow button so you get notifications when we go live again, which will be, I believe, next week, if we can all do it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Should be able to.
absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah,
So,
I might. Yeah. I'll talk to you in a second.
Okay.
But yeah.
Cool. So yeah, we'll be back again next week, same time, midnight British Summer Time or 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, and we shall venture forth to the south, far away from the 10 towns, and I think that may actually potentially, certainly be the furthest away from the 10 towns that this party has been, although actually the Black Cabin's about the same distance. But hey, that's going to be what we look forward to next time.
Was pretty far.
So thanks everyone. See you next time. Bye.
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 Bye.